What? Why am I? What is going on? What was? It's StreamYard. I don't know. What was happening? That was crazy. Anyway. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating. I hope everybody had a good day today. We just had a chill day pretty much here today. We have family coming over tomorrow. So we'll be doing all of our big stuff tomorrow. It was supposed to be yesterday, but that didn't happen. So it's tomorrow. So we're going to be doing all that tomorrow. Right now it is just it's just me. Nobody's in the green room. But as I said, I wasn't sure if we'd have anybody showing up or not tonight because of it being Christmas. So if anybody does, they will be welcome, obviously, to jump in. And we'll have some fun. We'll play some fun games tonight. But how is everybody doing? We got some channel members in here. I want to give you guys some shout outs. South Texas Shark, Latin Shark here. Good to see you. Harrison is in the building. Happy to have you. Maestro's here. And yeah, hello to everybody. Everybody. Cody's here. Yeah, so I finished Stranger Things as well, but no spoilers. We'll talk Stranger Things spoilers on Monday. That will be the main topic of Monday's stream, so everybody has a chance to watch it. I don't think it would be fair to spoil it right now, considering it's just now. Just now, people would be finishing up watching it, so we're not going to do that tonight. So no spoilers for Stranger Things in the chat, please. I do appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Jose? Chris in the building, Hunter's here, Quack's Head, Fetman, Dullboy, Screwface is here. Good to see you. Red Six Down, Sean, good to have you here. Eric is here. Extra Hero, good to see you. You finished Vito's live stream. I've been on a stream with Vito multiple times before, but it's been like in other people's chats. So yeah, haven't had a chance to be on with him on my stream ever. Marty Supreme later tonight for myself. Very keen. Actually, I heard the ticket sales for that were pretty good. For Marty Supreme. What's up, Bob? Bob of the old ways. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I did add in, this is something new. A lot of people were telling me they wanted to support, but they weren't going to be able to grab merch, and they don't like using super chats. So what I did was I set up this, which is Ko-fi.com. You can use PayPal or other payment methods to tip through there. So if you ever wanted to donate to the show and you just don't want to use super chats or you can't afford merch or whatever, you can do that. I'll probably be adding it to my video links just in case anybody wants to use it. I don't have much, I don't know much about it. It was just what was suggested to me for people that want to contribute, but don't have the ability to super chat. So there you go. What's up, Brogu? Good to see you. Parker, good to see you here. I don't think I've ever said I don't like musicals. Aren't my favorite. Like, it's not something I would go after immediately. You know, I just there are a group of people that like theater stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's a whole community of people. Doesn't matter, gay, straight, whatever it is. There's a whole group of people that are into that stuff. I am not part of that group, but I don't hate musicals and stuff like that. I don't hate them. It's just not my go-to thing. Also, tonight, we're going to take a look at all of our Christmas trees here in the house. I will be doing that mobile. So I'll be taking my phone around the house and showing off our Christmas trees. As soon as we have a few people here. If we don't have people here, we'll be doing it just us. Just a quaint little group of people looking at Christmas trees. I was sent a John Campea video of like the worst movies of 2025. I think it was. Yeah, worst movies of 2025. Somebody said that I would get a kick out of it. I am eating M&Ms. I probably shouldn't because I think they're loud on the microphone. so I won't be eating them a lot. I don't think. Pluribus is very good. I would say like a 9 out of 10 for me. 9 out of 10 show. Oh, we haven't talked about it much. But Darren is also watching it. I was referencing the fact that one of your streams you went to a movie was disappointing, but it turns out it was a musical, probably a Will Ferrell. Oh, it was the this Christmas movie we just watched. Spirited, I think was the name of it. I just didn't know it was a musical. One of the things that really annoys me, like I like Wicked, right? Wicked is a musical. I don't have a problem with it. But Wicked was advertised as a musical. We knew it was a musical. I don't like when movies do this bait and switch thing with musicals. If you're a musical, just advertise yourself as that. When we watched the trailer for Spirited, I don't think there was one song in the entire trailer. So there was no indication that it was a musical. So when we clicked on it to watch it and it ended up being a musical, I was like, what am I watching? You know what I mean? That's it. I don't like bait and switching stuff like that. All right, so before people get here, we're probably going to watch this video that was sent to me from about John Campea, the worst movies of 2025. Someone said I'd get a kick out of it. So we're going to react to that in a minute. And I know a lot of you folks have some strong opinions about John Campea. So definitely give your thoughts and opinions on that. Doughboy says, what happened to 3Dub? 3Dub disappeared. I just keep it really simple. There was some stuff going on behind the scenes. Before we could even have a conversation about it, he posted on Facebook that he was not going to be joining streams anymore. He wasn't going to be coming onto streams anymore or doing live streams or whatever. He posted that on Facebook, and then he left the server, and I think he blocked everybody. So I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what the issue is, but I haven't spoken with him. I have no way to reach him. So I don't know what's happened to him. He as far as for me personally, I can't speak for everybody, but as far as for me, it was like everything was left on a cliffhanger. Like I never had a chance to follow up with him on anything. So I hope he's okay. I don't know. I don't have any way to reach out to him. So also there's stuff that happens behind the scenes that includes other people that I don't feel comfortable talking about. I think it's better for them to have that conversation. It's not for me. I'm not the one. I'm not going to put myself out there like that. So, I just talked to Paigey like 2 days ago. Paigey is fine. Matter of fact, I messaged him on Twitter because Twitter fucked up their messenger. Their messaging service is fucked up. It's completely ruined. I have to enter a code in all the time when I'm going to use it on a different device. It's just bad. So I messaged him over there and I was like, are you getting my messages? And he's like, no. That was it. He was like, how many did you send? I was like 2 or 3, I think. They didn't go through. But, yeah. I'm not going to, I don't know what Paigey's plans are for his channel. So I don't really have an answer for that. I still talk to him. I just don't know what he's doing with his channel. Enjoying the hot Aussie Christmas. Yeah. Always sad to see someone leave the house. Well, I mean, the thing is that there's been several people that I've interacted with over the years on live streams who, for one reason or another, decide they don't want to be around. And I'm not going to try and twist anybody's arm. If they don't want to come on a stream, there's not a lot I can do about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, just like everything on that platform. Exactly. Bob says content creators should just abandon Twitter. I'm very close to abandoning Twitter. I try to not use it as much anymore. I think the latest update is pretty detrimental for content creators because they're allowing people to AI anything that you own. Like anything you own that you upload to Twitter can now be AI'd. So, that's kind of a problem. That's an issue. Let's see here. We got a super chat from Cameron. $5 super chat. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it. We do have a goal today. As always, it's 5. I think 5 has been pretty standard for this time of year. Everybody's tapped out on like extra money, so I've been keeping it low at 5. You guys are amazing, so thank you so much. I don't know if you saw this on Monday, but Jesse L. Martin was cast in Percy Jackson Season 3. What character is he playing? Because we're watching it right now. I'm caught up on Percy Jackson. What character is he playing? Does anybody know? Let me look it up. Why am I'm so lazy. I can just look it up. It's so funny. All right, hold on. Let me Annabeth's father. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. He's a good dad, right? He is the dad. So that makes total sense. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a brilliant casting choice for sure. Oh, it looks like Jake has popped in. Let's see. We can add him. Cue the next door stuff. I'm waiting for that already. Where's the next door emojis?
Yep, you're already ahead of
it. So yeah, thank you, Cameron. I don't know. Percy Jackson. Are you watching Percy Jackson right now?
Yeah.
Percy Jackson gives me CW vibes. Like, not in a bad way. It just feels like a CW show to me.
Right. And I mean, like, I'm tired of people using that as a negative.
It's very funny because we're sitting and watching it, and I'm actually enjoying it specifically because it does feel like a CW show. I'm just like, we don't get shows like this anymore. So I enjoy the cheesiness of it a little bit.
Even with a number of the cast members coming into it.
Yeah, I know. They're sealing the deal.
Yeah.
Is Jake in Australia? It's so bright in his room.
I'm absolutely not in Australia.
He's actually in the same time zone as I am, so it's the same time of night. Yeah. Which is quarter to 12.
I'm not next door neighbors with Pagey. He's an Aussie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think the CW was a failed experiment. I think the CW did exactly what it was supposed to do, which was a launching platform for 2 companies. The CW was CBS and WB. I think that they were doing the problem wasn't the CW, it was the way the industry changed, like the way the markets changed. If streaming services weren't big, the CW would have still been popular.
The CW itself wasn't a failed experiment. They had a few failed experiments, but they
for sure. Yeah, I don't think the CW was basically a syndication machine for CBS and Warner Brothers, and they wanted to reach. This is why most shows were back then were like 21 to 23 episodes. Yeah. They wanted you to get 100 episodes before you could get syndication. So
yeah, that was the
right.
What the hell's the word? Threshold. I couldn't think of it for a second. Yeah, that's what it took for a lot of them to get syndication, and you'll notice that a lot of those later ones, especially on the DC side, a lot of them barely crossed 50 if they even hit 50.
Yeah, and that's why they ended up on like Tubi and stuff, because they weren't. Nobody wants to buy a show that didn't get a proper ending. That was one of the big things. Like Legends of Tomorrow, as long as they were around, to not get a proper like wrap up to their story is just shitty. Sucks. So shitty.
That sucks. What got on my nerves was, listen, I get why people wanted this, but it was not the responsibility of the people running the Flash's final season to give all those other shows a proper ending that didn't get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was not their responsibility. I get why you wanted it. I did. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like all of the people that were really clamoring for that. Now, could they have maybe dedicated one singular episode to maybe just have Katie Lotz as a guest star to wrap up whatever happened? Sure. Like I don't think you need the whole team. I think it really just her, because let's be honest, she was really at that point. She was the only legend that Barry really had any interaction with.
And she could have wrapped up the show by telling him what happened. She could have just simply been like, this is what happened to the team.
And another character that they could have done that with is Kat McNamara, because William was still missing when she came back in Armageddon.
Yeah, they could have, like, in hindsight, I know it wasn't their responsibility, but they wasted a lot of time in that season with dumb stuff. They should have just wrapped up some stories,
Right.
like, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Chris thing on there. Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
appreciated that a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you see him for like a moment in Stargirl, I think he's only in like one episode, and I don't even think it's for a lot of the episode, if I remember correctly. I haven't seen that show in a while. You're gonna have to refresh me, but I think he's only in like a couple scenes in one episode. Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, you mean he isn't much of a character here, sure, but this is already better than whatever Arrow did. And I don't even think the casting was the problem. They just wrote him terribly.
Yeah. We had a comment here from Sean. Says, is it true Sadie Sink is playing Rachel Summers in the new Spider-Man movie? I've heard a lot of rumors about that, but I haven't seen anything official. It's all like this Daniel, what is it, RPK is said,
guy.
oh, she's got mind control powers or whatever. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
regurgitator. I'm sorry.
I will
anything that comes from him.
I would say this: unless Spider-Man, for some reason, is directly connecting to some sort of mutant future storyline or whatever, like directly connected to that, there's no reason to have any Summers character in Brand New Day.
I'll say someone he could be playing, or that she could be playing rather. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if people have thought this. Jessica Drew / Julia Carpenter, maybe one of them.
Mm-hmm.
She could be playing one of those characters.
Maybe, but the problem is I don't want Brand New Day to feel like a bunch of a dumping of stuff into it that connects to something else. This is supposed to be a street level Spider-Man story, right?
I'm
that's
already
the point.
a little worried. I'm already a little worried that it might be going into that territory because you have Hulk, you have Punisher, who's street level, yes, and there are rumors that Florence Pugh Zelena is going to show up in this, and I'm not worried that it's going to stray away from the street level tone. I just worry that it's going to feel bloated.
Well, no, I'm absolutely worried that there will be a imbalance in street level with the show, because the movie itself, you got the Punisher stuff going on, you got the what is it? I guess she's Punisher sidekick. I don't really know what you would call her in this movie. The girl that's like the woman Punisher or whatever, lady Punisher.
I think it might be like his prodigy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so you've got that happening, right? Then you got the Hulk stuff happening, and then you have what else is in the movie? The Yelena stuff happening. So you have all of these like street level,
Matt Gargan stuff. So.
Right. So you have a lot of street level stuff. Dropping a mutant into it?
No.
I don't how does that work?
I mean, wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Firestar's not a mutant, is she?
It's been bounced around. She was a mutant for a while, and then she was not. I think it's changed.
I'm going back to Amazing Friends to try and think if she was or not, but maybe that's who she could be playing as a little bit of a nod to Amazing Friends.
Okay, so no. She's okay. So I'm thinking of something else. She is still classified as a mutant, but apparently her powers gave her cancer, if I remember correctly. Right? Wasn't that what happened with her? Because it was like the waves gave her cancer.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Sorry,
I don't remember when that happened, but that was one of the last things I remember reading about with her character.
Maybe that could be who Sadie's playing. I don't know, but
well, that mutant would make sense because it's a nod to like Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends and all that.
Right.
Any version of Phoenix, Marvel Girl, Jean Grey, Rachel Summers, any of those characters showing up to me doesn't make any sense.
No. Because what connection does that character have with Spider-Man?
I would actually be I'll be honest with you guys. If that happens, just knowing that specific information, I would be annoyed if that happens. Yeah. Not because it might not be good, but because that's something that I just don't see a reason for it to be there, based on what we know about the movie so far.
And it would honestly feel like a waste of the character.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that for sure. All right, so
I still have a theory going on with Spider-Man. This might not happen. I don't know, but maybe they're thinking about this. Because, Matt Gargan being the villain in this movie, with him being him becoming Venom in the comics at one point and him being Venom during the Civil War story,
Yeah.
that might be where that piece of symbiote at the end of No Way Home ends up going. It might go to him.
Right.
That's my theory.
Okay. We have a $5 super chat from Cameron here, and then we're going to react to John Campia's worst movies of 2025, which we'll see what he has to say about that. Until we get some more people. When more people arrive, we'll probably bounce out of that video, but I'd like to at least see. Someone said it would annoy me, so that's why they wanted me to watch it. So
people, please get here soon.
I know that Legends was not everybody's favorite show after season 4, but I actually like Legends season 7. Now
was that the season that went all Star Trek mode?
I don't know.
Or was that the season before it?
I don't really remember. But my issue with Legends is, let me tell you guys what I dislike about Legends, and I'm sure the chat is going to disagree with me a lot on this, but that's fine. My issue with Legends was clearly there were a couple things happening with that show that were obvious to me as a viewer and as somebody that has watched a lot of TV when it comes to superhero stuff. They did not have enough money to do the things they wanted to do on that show. And it was very obvious because the vast majority of the episodes either required them to not use their powers or not wear their costumes or do anything like that. And at a certain point, when you have 20 some episodes a season and more than 50% of them do not include you playing the role of the hero that you're supposed to be in a comic book show, I just don't have any interest in it. I just lost interest in that.
For a show called DC's Legends of Tomorrow, it's pretty hilarious how the further and further you got into the show, the less DC characters there actually were.
Yeah.
And they just kept putting original ones in.
And then they added characters like, first of all, I think Constantine was great on the show. Getting rid of Rip was bad. I liked Rip. I didn't want to see him go. Kid Flash was amazing. Why having him on that show would have been great. But the problem is a speedster fixes so many problems in that show because it's a time travel show. Speedsters and time travel. So it's a big problem, right?
And I know Keenan was having his problems around then. So
he was, but the issue for me is I think he ended up being really good in that. So
and there are several characters from those other shows that could have gone on to Legends and made it feel still what it was. My biggest issue is that they, after a certain point, they just lost sight of what they were.
Yeah.
And like they just lost their identity after a while. Like it became a lot less of a superhero show and more of a, if I'm being brutally honest, not all too funny comedy.
Yeah. And that was another thing is I felt like it found its identity around season 2 and 3. And then by season 5, it abandoned that. And that was why I was like, for like 3 seasons, I loved the show. And then it just kind of went off the rails for me. But that's, I don't think everybody has, obviously not everybody has to feel the way I feel about it. You know
I don't love season 1. I have a lot of issues with it, but it felt more like a DC show than half the series did.
That's true. We have a $5 super chat from Comic Book Nerd. I thank you for supporting the show. I did see you also had a super chat here that I was about to pull up. $2 super chat that says, you ever watch Comics Explain? Rob. Yes, I used to watch Rob a lot. But then it got to a certain point where Rob was no longer entertaining to me. He kind of stopped doing the stuff that I enjoyed watching on his channel. Because what he used to do is cover like character power scaling for characters, like battles in comic books that he thought were really cool, things like that, storylines in comics. And then he kind of just started doing random things, and he started going outside of like the comic book content, things like that. I kind of lost interest in it. And then he said a lot of really dumb shit on social media. And
like how YouTubers and influencers should make up a third of Marvel's creative panel.
That was a big one. I love what I do. I love coming here and chatting with you guys. I love talking about stuff and brainstorming ideas. I do not want YouTubers writing movies for Marvel or DC. I don't. If I drop an idea, I would love for them to take that idea and go, this sounds kind of cool. You know what I mean? But I don't think...
and make it work the way they know how.
Yeah, I don't think we should be on some sort of committee deciding what stories get made for movies and TV shows.
A committee already gave Marvel enough trouble these last 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. However, his content, most of his content, I think is good. I just think that he said some dumb shit that kind of put me off recently, and I just really haven't been vibing with the stuff that he's making outside of that. I don't know if you like him, Comic Book Nerd, and if you do, that's fine. I don't have an issue with people, whatever content creators you like to watch. Obviously, support your people. It's just that it wasn't something that I was very interested in. But thank you for the super chats.
Chris's comment made me laugh.
I mean, if that were to happen better, y'all, than the god. Yeah. Well, I do not want to bear the burden of a fanfic that loses a bunch of money and people hate, and then people coming after me. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't be responsible for that.
Here's a little bit of a haul I got today, by the way, if you're interested in that.
Yeah, sure. Staggervore, wait, first, quickly. Staggervore, member for 3 months, says, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you so much, Staggervore. Thank you for being a channel member. And yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
There's a few movies I got today from my loving sibling.
Wait, let's put you up on the big screen here.
Got a Simple Plan.
Uh-huh.
I got Darkman in 4K. Yeah. Quick and the Dead.
Great. Probably the only Western I really like is the
That and Tombstone are the only ones. And then For the Love of the Game.
I haven't seen that in forever. The Kevin Costner movie. Yeah. Haven't seen that in forever.
You know what all four of these movies have in common?
What is that?
Made by the same guy who made this.
Oh, yes. Multiverse of Madness. Yep.
Made by the same guy who did that.
Comic Book Nerd says, love your content. Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, that was my loving sibling who did that.
Let's see here. Harrison goes, you guys would be 1,000 times better than them since you guys actually have your own nuanced perspectives and not just buzzwords. I think the issue is, let me tell you why I say I don't think any of us should be doing it. I don't think that the studios would understand that there's like a group of people they should listen to and a group of people they shouldn't listen to. I think they would just pile everybody together in the same bowl. And then we'd end up with people like Nerdrotic in there with people like me, and it would just be a mess.
Right.
So that's my only issue. But thank you, Harrison.
People like a Grace Randolph or a Jeremy Johns dipping their hat into the same bowl, and it would just be a mess.
So let's see how far we can get this video here. I'll say this, right? If people want to save us, if I get a $10 super chat from anybody, we will turn this video off immediately. So, because someone sent it to me and they're like, react to this. If we get a $10 super chat, I will just literally stop the video. We will move on to something else. So, here we go.
It's Christmas week. That means the year's coming to an end.
Oh, God. RMD is on
it's
here
about
too.
time for us to start putting out some lists. That includes our favorite films of the year, our most anticipated of 2026. We're going to have to do that list in a day or two. But I thought we'd start off today.
By the way, should we on the stream after New Year's on January 1st? I was last Sharks. It says too rich for my blood. I get it. That's why I said it high, because I'm like, if people really, really want me to not watch this, I will take a $10 bill and turn it off immediately. But
guys, YouTube is killing this channel.
It's killing the channel. I'm shadow banned, right? Should we do the New Year stream with like our list of best and worst movies? Would that be fun to do? Chat, actually, let's do the chat as well. Chat, do you guys think we should each bring like our 5 favorite and 5 least favorite movies of 2025, and then we'll like do a little like a list each of like best and worst? I think that would be really interesting to see how everybody like places things. Yeah. I'll even make a little chart where that way everybody can see, like as we're doing it, I'll type out the list on screen so people can watch it. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
But let's see what he has to say here.
On the lower end of the scale. Because while there's been a lot of great film this year, there's been some really bad film. And I sometimes find it's harder to get the 5 or 10. This year I'm going to do 5. The 5 films that I thought were the absolute worst. Now, I should give some caveats before I give my list here, Rob. 1, it has to have been a theatrical film. It has to have been a film that had a modestly wide release. I mean, I'm sure.
What's up, Darren? Merry Christmas.
Darren, what's up?
So we're watching, somebody submitted this video. We're not going to watch, I'm hoping that it doesn't take the whole video, but apparently John Campia did like a worst of list and somebody was saying it's really annoying. So I wanted to see what it was. So we're just kind of watching
John
it to
Campia
see what it is.
and annoying tend to go hand in hand.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
sure we could find 1,000 little indie films that never played anywhere and it was worse. Like, I'm sure we could find that. But we're talking about like actual fully released films and all that kind of stuff. So I have 5 films that I'm going to list off here, Rob, with one dishonorable mention.
I did 1.25.
That I'm going to list off, and these are in no particular order, folks. Okay, just so you know, in no particular order. Okay, so let's go over the 5 films that I found to be the worst films of the year. I'm going to start off with Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Okay.
My God, this movie is awful.
I actually don't disagree with this.
It's just terrible. I wasn't a big fan of the first one either, to be honest with you, but I was really excited about.
Before he moves on, anybody else watch that movie? Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
I didn't make it around to it. No.
Well, then I guess that's why it's
I
probably
don't really care for the series. So
a lot of people's worst of list. I actually got roped into it because a group of friends went like on a matinee show and they were like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Is it the place where you can get drinks?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, count me in."
About it like for 2 years when we knew the first Five Nights at Freddy was coming. I was super excited about it. I couldn't believe it, and then it came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed by it. But I really thought that the second one was going to redeem it, and I went in with high hopes.
Did you?
High hopes.
Really?
That
for Five Nights at Freddy's 2? I mean, look, I'm not trying to poo-poo on it or anything, but like, you really went into a Five Nights at Freddy's movie with high hopes?
What, did you think this was going to be the next Citizen Kane?
I mean, well, Parker, you don't have to hate the movie. I just didn't think it was very good. But I don't know why you would have high hopes for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 when there wasn't any major fundamental changes to what the movie was going to be going into the sequel. Anyway.
Seriously, one of the most terrible movies of the year. It's just bloody awful on every single level. It's just a terrible, terrible film. So Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is on my worst films of the year list. All right. The next one on my list, Him. Oh my God. I cannot believe Jordan Peele allowed his name to get attached to this movie. And
okay, so I didn't see this one. Anybody else see this one?
The reviews is what turned me against it. It's one of those things where it's like I was going to watch it, and then people said don't.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the Jordan Peele thing though is a little annoying because he didn't direct it. He didn't write it. He just produced it. Yeah.
It's like the James Gunn Supergirl shit. Well, Jordan Peele's also produced other things that weren't great, but he's not the person that wrote it or directed it. So, oh no, look.
There goes Jake.
Are we doing this again tonight? Anyway.
For those people who are still confused by this is not a Jordan Peele film. Jordan Peele did not direct this film. He did not write this film. I don't know why
I think it's out on streaming now.
This was a movie that was trying to be...
It was out on like digital after.
Rob, it's hard for me to say. Like when you looked at the trailers, it looked like it was trying to be some high concept psycho thriller with like some supernatural element to it and like wild characters. It's just terrible. And it made no sense as it was going along. And then they do these reveals and you're like, that made no sense. And I remember I came out of the theater because I first saw it on its open.
So the good news is it feels like he's going through his pretty quickly. And that means that Robert is probably second. We're not going to watch his. Definitely not going to watch his. But we'll listen to John's next
night at a movie meetup. I think it was where was it? Might have been in Albuquerque. Anyway. I was at a movie meetup, and we all came out of the theater, and the first thing I said to the audience...
Oh, by the way, Jake, you were, like, in the portal to hell there for a second?
Yeah, I know.
At least you didn't get disconnected completely.
That's where I go mentally whenever Campia talks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I am so sorry. This is the movie we had to watch tonight. It was just absolutely brutal, so terrible. Hated this movie. So, it's Him is the second film on my list. Remember, these are in no particular order. The third film on my worst films of the year list, another one that I saw at a movie meetup.
Oh, this was bad.
Now you don't. Now look, I'm not.
I did not like this movie.
Lie here. Yeah. I haven't really enjoyed either of the Now You See Me films.
I'm actually on the same page as him. I didn't think they were great movies, but I thought the first one was kind of charming. But yeah, this wasn't very good. Did either of you see this movie?
I haven't done any of them.
Wow.
Conceptually, it's good. There's a lot of
based on the fact that you guys haven't seen these makes me think that's probably why they haven't been doing well in theaters, because the vast majority of people probably aren't interested in them.
I saw the first one. I thought it was fine enough, but I didn't really care to continue.
I've kind of stopped hate watching stuff. Like, I used to be the guy that would watch every movie just because it's a big movie. And now if all my friends are like, hey, I didn't love this, maybe you shouldn't waste your time and money. I'm like, all right, sure. Like,
I actually think hate watching is detrimental because it trains the studios that this is something that people want to see. So
there's people in them that I like a lot.
There's too many movies and TV. Oh, sorry, Jake.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, there's too many good movies and TV shows out there that I haven't seen to waste my time on stuff I am not going to like. So
if you use your wallet instead of your keyboard, it sends a better message.
True.
But I can't believe they even made the third one. But listen, make no mistake, the third one actually made some money.
Confirmation
this
of
movie,
that
Now You See Me, Now You Don't, it actually made some money. So get ready to see a fourth one, which is a shame because it's going to dumb down the population even more. This is a movie that, again, just every single scene, every single beat decided to say,
it wasn't
now,
good. I'm not
what's the
disagreeing
logical
with them
thing
on
to
this
do?
at all.
And let's do the opposite.
I wonder which one of these 5 is going to be the one that annoys me, because so far I don't totally disagree with him on any of these, really.
And by the end of it, I was just, I couldn't eye roll any harder. It's just a terrible movie. And so Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the third film on my list of the worst movies of the year. All right. Number 4. And when I originally saw this movie, I didn't like it, but I didn't think I'd put it on this list. And then I thought I'd give it another chance, and it dropped even more in my estimation. The Amateur.
What movie is this?
This was a movie that should have been great.
Oh, that Rami Malek movie?
It has a great cast. The concept is not a new one, but it's a tried and true one.
Is this, was it a streaming movie?
Either husband or father who unjustly lost their wife or daughter.
I don't remember seeing this at all.
Darren,
you're muted.
It is a tried and true formula.
Early in the year, like January or February.
It should have been fantastic.
No, this wasn't bad.
It was terrible.
You saw it? You saw that one?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It looks to me like a generic, like, spy thriller movie. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it looked like. But,
I mean,
besides Lawrence Fishburne and Rami,
for what it was.
Yeah.
Malik, you also had John Bernthal in there, and
John Bernthal
so
was
many
in
great
it?
people, and it just ended up being completely awful. So I ended up putting. I wasn't originally going to, but I did end up putting The Amateur on my list. All right, the last one on my list of my 5 worst movies of the year had to include Megan 2.0.
Oh.
And unlike Five Nights at Freddy's and Now You See Me, where I didn't really love the original ones of those, I really liked the first Megan.
Yeah, the first Megan was
I
great.
had a ball with the first Megan. I thought it was fun. It always had its tongue firmly planted in cheek. It was just a really fun time. It was and so when they announced that they were doing the second one, I was very enthusiastic for it. They showed that they were going to up the action for it. All that's good. And I don't need to relitigate it. We reviewed the film on the channel, so I don't need to go into it all again. You all saw it. It's a dumpster fire. It's a completely worthless piece of garbage, which is really too bad because I really did like the first one. I really did. And this one just rusted out. It just completely rusted out. So again, the films on my list are Megan 2.0, The Amateur, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, Him, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
I mean, that's his 5, so I don't really care about Robert's 5. I'm actually, somebody sent it to me, so I was going to be annoyed. I don't know why. I didn't really care for those movies either. I think Megan 2 was probably the most enjoyable one out of the ones that I did see that he mentioned. Bob says, what are people's issues with Campia? I mean, he's always been a love-hate thing on YouTube. I feel like people, you either really like him or you really hate him. I don't think anybody's lukewarm on Campia. It's like, he used to work for AMC, right? Was it AMC?
Yeah.
And I know he started out doing like their channel, like doing stuff on their channel. That's how I knew about him. So we did get a couple of comments here. This one's from Extra here. I started this one though. What's wrong with mixing Nerdcast and Nerdrotic? Isn't the lack of echo chamber the point of bringing YouTubers in? Yes, except for the fact that I think I've said this before. The quote-unquote criticism that they have is not helpful. They don't want to see black people and stuff, not helpful. They don't want to see women and stuff, not helpful. They don't want to see gay people and stuff, not helpful. None of that is helpful.
Their quote-unquote criticism is not what you would call constructive.
Right. If they were arguing about things that make the films good or bad, that would be fine. But complaining that you don't like an actress because she doesn't have big boobs and stuff, like that's just not it's not constructive, helpful criticism.
And then complaining that women are over sexualized when you quote unquote do get what you want. It's like, which way are you leaning?
I mean, think about this. You go up to the director of the movie, and they've already started casting, and one of their characters is a black person, and you're like, we don't want black people in this movie. Like, what are you supposed to do with that as a director? It's just not. It's not constructive criticism. It doesn't help you.
Well, tell the person, just say, hey, guess what? You're not making the fucking movie.
That's what I said. That's why I don't think YouTubers should be responsible for helping with make movies because of that reason. $5 super chat from Cameron. Thank you so much. It means we did hit the goal in the Reloaded channel. So thank you guys so much for that on Christmas night. I remember the showrunner or executive producer of Legends. If that Legends had gotten another season, they would have given Booster Gold his suit for like one episode, maybe.
I mean, he definitely would have more development.
Darren loves Legends, so I don't want to shit on it too much. I know how much you love it. I
hills and valleys. And valleys, just like all the other Arrowverse shows.
Yeah, Legends for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's the Arrowverse as a whole.
I think Legends for me peaked at like seasons 3 and 4. That was the peak for me, and then it just kind of went downhill after that. So,
in fairness,
I'd say 3. I don't like 4.
Oh yeah, 4 is my least favorite. But like they promised a lot in that final season.
Yeah,
like they promised Booster Gold, which is most likely. Like they promised Rip Hunter's return. They promised Black Flash. They promised Thawne. Like they promised a lot of these big things, which would make sense with the story they were telling. But also, it's like, I don't know. Like you separated yourself from the Arrowverse a long time ago, so it's like, why bring all these things back now? Like why bring this stuff in? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I would have still liked to have seen it though.
Yeah. No, I think it should have got. Before you got here, I said it was a shame that they didn't get a proper ending because I think that was one of the biggest problems of the show, getting not a proper ending.
Said the same thing.
We have another person in the green room here. So Joe has arrived after being sick and dealing with bad news and sad news. Joe is here. How are you feeling now? Are you feeling better? Or
it's probably been the worst Christmas of my life, but I don't know. What can you do?
You did upload a video of you going to have a Philly cheesesteak that I watched, but like half of it I didn't finish it because
that video was shot several days ago, and I just didn't have any drive to upload it.
Right.
But yeah,
which, by the way, from what I did watch of it, and I'll watch the rest of it later, you weren't too impressed with it. So.
No, it was. It was.
Is this the place that Kingpin was the best Philly cheesesteak? Is that where this was?
Kingpin? Oh no. That place doesn't actually exist. No, he named a place in King of Prussia. Like, oh yes, the best cheesesteak is in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. But then he named a restaurant that doesn't actually exist anymore.
Saigon here says Grace Randolph's angle is the business box office aspect, so she's always very concerned about stuff like what China are conservatives about a property, whereas I don't give a fuck if a film performs poorly at the box office. She'll walk back a review if it was positive. I don't think that there's any real actual film criticism if you're just discussing the box office. That's just my opinion. I think film criticism is everything but the box office, because then you're actually basing it on the quality of the movie. Bad movies can make $1 billion and great movies can flop at the box office. That's just the reality of it.
Because numbers is like the only objective metric that you can look at.
Right. It's like a game of sports. You are when you do box office numbers for movies, it's like doing it like a sports betting situation. You know what I mean? It's like you're arguing about which team is going to win. And that's not really a great way to argue about art, to be honest. So,
yeah, people are so dumb. Like I remember years ago, there was a guy I worked with, and the movie The Losers was out. Did you see The Losers?
Yeah,
great movie, but it didn't do well at all. And he says to me, he goes, "What are you doing tonight?" And I said, "Well, there's this movie out that I really want to see called The Losers. And I want to get out there and check it out now because it's really not doing well at the box office, and I don't think it's going to be around much longer." And he said, "Well, then why do you want to see it if it sucks?" And I said, "I didn't say it sucks. I said it's not doing well. Like you just said that. Who said it sucks? Nowhere in this conversation did I say this movie sucks. What I said was I haven't seen it."
Right.
But.
I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to be discussing in a moment on the wheel. The second hour is going to be the top threes. If anybody wants to stick around, it's up to you guys.
How many of those are there going to be?
There's right now. I'm going to do 2, and then if we have enough time, we can do 3. But we're going to do 2 for now.
Okay.
And I'm sending it in the private chat now, so you guys can start making your list. We're gonna do 3s as our like top 3, but you can have 5 in case you want to do an honorable mention. It's entirely up to you. It should say what they are in the private chat.
Okay, so these are 3s, not 5s.
Well, you can write 3 or 5 if you have them, but we're only going to do 3 official. So 2 of them you can swap around, or you can do honorable mentions.
Okay.
So, and Joe gave me a great rule about franchises. It's anything that has a sequel, pretty much. So, can't remember if that was your exact words, but if there's more than one, then it's a franchise.
I don't even think you need a sequel. I think if you have a TV spinoff, it counts too. Like I would say, MASH is a franchise.
Okay.
Anything with like multiple installments.
Right.
Yeah. So if it's got a cartoon that ties into a movie or something like that, that's still considered a franchise. So, yeah. All right. So Extra Hero says somebody should push back with Jake saying that numbers are the only objective measurement of a movie, because I don't think that's true.
Movie success. I mean, you can feel however you feel about a movie, but how much it makes is how much it makes.
Well, I would even go a step further than that and say that the numbers aren't even objective, because we don't really know how much these things cost. Like, they don't give us studios, and people can fact check me if they want, but I'm right about this. Studios almost never reveal the exact dollar amount that a movie costs. It's always like an estimate. So we never know how much a movie actually costs. We're going on essentially whatever the analysts tell us. Because if like you go to Variety, a lot of times they'll say film analysts say the estimated budget of this movie is XYZ. Very rarely do you see like James Gunn or Kevin Feige or Bob Iger or whatever told us how much a budget is. They don't talk about that stuff.
Right. When I say numbers is a quote unquote objective metric, I mean compared to a lot of the other discussions you have about the film, whatever you want to say, all of that's subjective.
Right, because if I tell you I like the soundtrack and you don't, there's no objectively right or wrong answer to that, right? But if I say a movie made $200 million more than its estimated budget, that is an objective number. We know that.
Right.
If we go with the estimated budget.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And numbers doesn't have to mean box office either. I mean, there's a lot of numbers. There's how well did it stream? That's a number. What is the percentage of the what's the tomato meter critic score? What's the tomato meter audience score? What is the Cine score? Those are all numbers.
So Cinema Score is still around. I don't really care too much personally about the Cinema Score, but it is a prestigious thing in the industry. Like anything less than like a B+ is considered to be below what you want your movie to be. I have an issue with that. I think anything around a B+, B or B- should be considered good. But in Cinema Score, B- is actually not considered very good.
Yep, and only one comic book movie has ever scored a D-.
Yeah, Phil here, Unfiltered Red says, they do not reveal the total budget hardly ever. Shout out, by the way. Someone that does, I think he streams, is that the same person that streams with you guys a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have no reason to tell us. Why like this is what I always say, why do we need to know the budget of a movie? Like there's no reason for us to know. The only people that should matter to is the people that invested into the film. Like we don't need to know that. A movie making $1 billion, if it makes $1 billion, it's not going to change my opinion on the movie. Like I'm not going to be like, oh shit, I must love it then because it made $1 billion. Or if it underperforms, what am I going to change my opinion about it?
Yeah.
Like, no, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Minecraft made $1 billion. I still didn't go see it.
Yeah. Yeah, Angel Studios pay it forward ticket program. We talked about that on Monday. It's real sketch. Because there's no way to determine if those tickets are actually being utilized by anybody. And we actually have evidence that it doesn't. Sound of Freedom had a bunch of empty theaters where they had sold out tickets. So, it is what it is. Extra Hero followed up here. And numbers are what they are because of subjective reasons. They only tell you a fraction of the story. Plus, look at Superman. Everyone got the same numbers, but interpret them drastically differently. Well, interpretation is not the same thing as like is math, right? So interpretation means that you're going beyond what the numbers actually tell you. And you can spin numbers in different ways. Obviously, that's what people do when they're in, the world of analysm. You know what I mean? Like that's what that is. But if we're talking about like looking at numbers, there is some objectivity in the math that doesn't exist in other aspects of film criticism. So I'm not going to push back too hard against what Jake is saying, because I sort of agree that when it comes to like online battling, the only real objective thing you can sort of argue about if you're doing box office numbers is the math. I think the issue is that they don't count ancillary income. They don't look at things like streaming services, VOD, merchandising, all the things that feed back into the success of a movie. The entire reason growing up we got 1 million seasons of like G.I. Joe and shit like that is because toys sold. It wasn't because everybody watched the cartoons. It's because they sold a lot of toys. I think I looked, Star Wars makes the majority of their money off of toys and merchandise, like t-shirts and hats and stuff like that. Those movies that it was over $4 billion sequel trilogy, but the actual merchandising sales were like, if I remember correctly, like $10 billion plus. Might even been more than that. So they made more money off of selling merch than they did off of the actual movies. That's kind of the point with some of that stuff.
But also, look at something like James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. It came out in theaters. It bombed.
Right.
And you'll have like all these like chuds that are like, oh, that movie was a disaster. It was a box office bomb. But they leave out the fact that it premiered on television the same day, and it was the second highest streamed movie on HBO Max, and it was the direct precursor to the Peacemaker TV series, which was a massive hit.
Right.
So that ties into the success because that spawned this, which was a massive hit. So therefore, that's a part of that success.
Right. So, but I understand what Extra Hero is saying. Yes, there are ways to spin numbers to make them look a certain way, and that's fine. But there's still going to be cold, hard numbers at the end of the day that people are going to be looking at. And even if you spin the numbers a different way, I can always hit you back with, like, objectively, the movie made this much money based on what information we have. But I understand what you're saying, Extra Hero. And, but I also think that there's just, the math in general is pretty sketchy because they don't include everything. So that's kind of the problem. I did have a couple small things to talk about while we have a few minutes before we get to the second hour. Let me go over here. One of them, I made a video on it, but I don't think we've chatted about it. So let me see here. Did we talk about Avatar at all?
No.
Okay.
Not on
right.
here.
And I know that I love the Avatar franchise, so I know Darren and I probably have a pretty strong opinion about this, but I don't know if everybody else loves it or hates it or whatever. The Legend of Aang: The Last Airbender was originally going to be released in theaters, right? Yeah. Avatar 7 Havens, I think, was always going to be streaming, but it was also Nickelodeon, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Now they've decided that both of these projects are exclusively on Paramount Plus. We're not getting like a theatrical release and then it goes to Paramount Plus. It is just going to Paramount Plus. This is confirmed through Hollywood Reporter and other outlets as well. Darren, I talked about it in a video, but I don't think I've heard your thoughts on it. What do you think about this overall?
Oh, I'm devastated.
Yeah.
Truly, like, this is my most anticipated movie of next year. I think I have a lot of emotions, actually. And I think I've come down a little bit over the last couple of days because I was, like, fuming when that came out. Like, I was, like, in a grocery store and I got, like, 3 messages being like, oh, my God, they just did this. And I was like...
Oh, yeah, the party chat.
I was like, what? And, look, at first, what I thought at first, actually kind of funny, I thought at first I just saw, like, the Avatar movie is now exclusive for Paramount Plus. I was like, good. That movie sucks. It can stay on Paramount Plus. And I was like, oh, no. They mean this one, not the 2010 movie that no one likes. But yeah, no, I think there's a couple reasons for this, to be honest. I think Paramount Plus is sweating after the Netflix thing. I think they need IPs. I think they need more things for their streamer. I think they're struggling. I think they're probably sweating after SpongeBob right now, which isn't doing terrible, but that's also not doing incredible numbers either.
The stuff that's doing the best on Paramount is the stuff they're borrowing, not their original things.
And they keep, like, Paramount Plus doesn't have a lot right now. Like, everything they had, they canceled.
Well,
it's like,
I have a theory. I talked about in my video. I have a theory on why this is happening, and we're probably going to see a lot more of this. They are not popular right now because of what happened with 60 Minutes. And there was a mass unsubscription to Paramount Plus. Did you guys hear about this?
I may have missed this.
Okay. So 60 Minutes last week was supposed to release a episode about CCOT and illegal deportation from Trump's administration. And it had passed all the checks and balances before it went on the air. There's like 5 different things it had to do. It did all of those things. The day that it was supposed to come out,
Oh, I did see this. Yeah.
Barry Weiss, the person who is now in charge of the news division of CBS, ran defense for Trump's administration and pulled the episode because she said she wanted the White House to make a comment on it, and they had declined to make a comment, so they pulled the episode. And this is clear government censorship. It doesn't get any clearer than this. This is clear government censorship. But the problem is that they have a sister station in Canada that already had the episode scheduled to go out, and they hadn't bothered to tell them not to do it. So the episode went out as it was supposed to. So Canada, the episode is now the most viewed episode of 60 Minutes, at least in modern history, because of what happened. But this triggered a landslide of people unsubscribing from Disney or from Paramount Plus, similar to what happened with Disney Plus and Jimmy Kimmel. And they're worried. They're like, this is not good. So they're trying to stick things like this on Paramount Plus exclusively to force people to resubscribe to watch it because they don't give a fuck about theaters. Remember when they said that they wanted to buy Warner Brothers because they were like, we want theaters to do well?
Yeah.
This is a clear example of that not being true. They're lying just like everybody in the administration lies. They're lying about it. They just want access to...
you mean people in the administration lie? What?
Yes. Yeah. So essentially, they were like, we need to make people subscribe to Paramount Plus. So we're pulling this from theaters. I am so tired of politics getting in the way of this shit. I'm so over it. For years, we heard from so many people in the Chud space that politics and entertainment were intertwined. It never was, but now it is 100%. You can go back to any administration we've had other than Trump's administration, and the government has never intervened in entertainment the way it's doing now. And so this is a casualty of that. This is a direct result of that. And it's not going to be the last thing. We're going to see more projects that were supposed to be elsewhere get put behind Paramount Plus's paywall so they can bolster their subscribers up again. What was that, Jake? Sorry.
I said back then they always felt it was beneath them. That's why they never bothered with it.
Yeah. But moving on from the political stuff, this is extremely detrimental to the Avatar brand. This is bad. They're ruining a brand, essentially, or trying to ruin a brand because of whatever's going on with them. And it doesn't make sense. You take one away from Nickelodeon, you remove one from theatrical release. The theatrical release is the bigger problem. It sucks that the Nickelodeon thing happened, but you were probably still going to be watching it at home. The theatrical release is devastating.
Yeah.
I also just want to say, like, this is like the launch of a studio. This isn't just like, oh, it's some little thing. No, they launched Avatar Studios, and it was supposed, like, I assume one of the big, like, financial supports of this is like, okay, we're going to do this thing, and it's going to be on the big screen. We're going to make money to finance our other movies. So I'm so concerned about the future of this. like, can streaming numbers support an entire studio? We were supposed to get prequel movies and a Korra movie and a Zuko movie and TV shows and like so many of these various things that I'm just not sure if this is going to happen. I'm not sure. The Dexter fan base dealt with something very similar a couple months ago, where they were trying to build out an entire universe with Dexter. They had the main show, they had a prequel airing, they had another spin-off plan, they had all these plans, and Paramount's like, cancel all the other stuff, just focus on the main show. And I would not be shocked if something similar is happening here.
I want to also point out that this is bad in other ways too, right? Because now we have people canceling Paramount Plus. That's affecting all of the brands that are on Paramount Plus. Mm-hmm. All those shows that we love, that we would normally support, people are going to walk away from them, and rightfully so, because they feel like, CBS has screwed up people over with their 60-minute shit. They doubled down on it. Barry Weiss came out and doubled down on it. And now a lot of those shows are probably going to be in jeopardy because those numbers are going to look bad. Yep. But on top of that, this hurts their argument to get Warner Brothers. So there is a silver lining to this, right? So if Warner Brothers tries to push back against them to take Netflix instead of them, they could say, well, you just removed a brand new IP from theaters and threw it behind your streaming paywall for no reason whatsoever.
And I think it would have done good. I think it would have done I think Avatar has the fan base that can carry. I think people saying it would have been $1 billion are over exaggerating. It would not have been $1 billion, but I think it would have done. But also I've heard people being like, it would have flopped at the box office. No, it wouldn't. No. Right. Avatar has a massive fan base here in America and especially outside of America. It has a massive fandom, and also just like animated kids movies do well in theaters. Like, let just kids show up to the movie theater to watch it. And I think the fact that they cast like big actors, they cast like Dave Bautista and Kiki Kwan and Taika Waititi and like these big Hollywood stars. You didn't have to do that. You could have casted just voice actors to do this movie. Mm-hmm. And the only reason you did that is because you were trying to market to the casual audience that would have been seeing this on the big screen, and names help movies do it. Like, it's so Stephen Young, exactly, Parker. Like, there's so many incredibly huge actors in this to be like, it's a streaming movie. Who cares?
Yeah. What I'm tired of people saying is that they want to pretend that the Shyamalan Airbender movie, which a lot of people like to forget about, no one likes it, that they want to pretend that is like still affecting the brand now to this day. If anything, it's done the exact opposite. It made people appreciate the older cartoons more because they're trying to forget whatever the hell that movie was.
And the fact that one got to be a theater movie and this one doesn't just pisses me off.
It's kind of ridiculous. And I would have hoped that they would have done the same switch around like you saw with Lilo and Stitch, but that won't happen now.
There's like a small tiny part of me that wants it to be like a Sonic situation where it's like, actually we listen to you guys and it is going in theaters, but I think that's just like, I think Sonic is just such a visual outrage that could be memed to death, where this is not on that level, unfortunately.
Joe, you wanted to say something?
Sorry, Joe. You mentioned people saying it was going to flop in theaters. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I see Short Car put that here. Yeah.
If there's one thing that we have learned over the last couple of years, time and again, it's been proven time and time again, movies do better on streaming after they've had a theatrical run. It doesn't matter if the film was a success or a failure in the theater. They do better because the fact that they got that theatrical run tells people this was something worthwhile enough that it went to theaters. And then they seek it out on streaming. So if they were going to stick this right on their streaming service, it's actually more valuable to them on their streaming service after it's played in theaters, no matter how it would have done in theaters.
Yeah. And like, also, like, again, like you said, it doesn't matter if it was good or not, it should still be there. We've heard the exact opposite. Every person that has come out that worked on the movie, all the animators, all the artists, all the people who worked on it have said, this is like one of the best things we've worked on. And this is a beautiful film that honors the legacy of the brand and the franchise. And so it's like, I don't know. I think we've talked about this many times, Eric, but I do think there is just a distrust and a disrespect for animation in Hollywood. Even more so 2D animation in Hollywood. This would have been, if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be a 3D, then they switched it to 2D along the lines. This would have been a 2D animated movie in theaters. Like, we have been pushing for this kind of stuff for a very long time. We saw that same disrespect this year with the Looney Tunes movie, which was very, very good. That was a 2D animated movie in theaters. It did not get the marketing push. The main Warner Brothers branch did not want it. It almost got canned forever. Like, we gotta be supporting these animated movies better. We gotta be treating them better. Zootopia right now is on its way to $2 billion at the box office, and I know that's Disney, and I know that's a different energy, but we gotta have faith in these things.
Yeah. Cody here with a $5 super chat and a channel member. Thank you, Cody. It hurts a whole lot also because Aang is a genocide survivor. This would have been good for Aang as a character. The upcoming movie. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many things about this that are baffling to me. And going back to Short Car's comment as well, to go even further, the timing of this is too coincidental, right? Like, they had a bunch of people unsubscribe from Paramount Plus because of what happened with the CBS 60 Minutes episode. And then within days, they're like, oh, wait, this big theatrical movie with the franchise that people love, yeah, that's going to be locked behind Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like it was an organic decision. It feels like it was a knee-jerk reaction to what is going on politically with them. What Cody here says is true, though. I mean, like, there's a story there that's it's not just good for Aang. I think the concept of dealing with survivorship after something like a genocide is really important in today's world, and I think it would have resonated with a lot of people. So you know, and it's also not quote unquote pushing it into a movie because it's actually part of the story and the core of this upcoming film. So it wouldn't be like, oh, look, they're doing virtue signaling. No, it's actually part of the story in the film. So
Avatar is one of those brands that I think raised an entire generation on values and what it means between right and wrong, and it has so many incredible lessons. And I think we talked about this a couple months ago, but like, I do hate that so many incredible characters and IP is owned by Paramount. Like, I think Star Trek, Turtles, Avatar, a lot of these Transformers, a lot of these iconic characters that are actively fighting against these same issues that it seems like Paramount is siding itself with is so disappointing, and they deserve so much better.
yeah.
Again, I'm never in, I never love buyouts or anything, but someday I do hope some of these characters can find better homes.
Right. Yeah. Extra says, when did Paramount turn bad? Is it the Trump influence? Well, not necessarily with the entertainment stuff yet. It's the news side of it. Like, CBS as a news network is now over. The person in charge of that is someone that is known for essentially playing political lines, right? And so the issue is that everything has to go through that person now. And after that 60-minute special came out and we saw what it was, there's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't have been released. And that's the scary thing, is like, it's got racked up millions and millions and millions and millions of views. It's the most watched 60 Minutes episode in modern history, maybe in all time. And they did that people watched it because they did this. It's a Streisand effect. They tried to cover it up, and then everybody went and watched it. They would have been better off just releasing it as it was. But they made the mistake to do that. We had a comment here. Where is it at? And then we'll move on to one of the lists. We're going to do franchises first, by the way. That'll be the first list.
Okay.
You guys saw the drama on Daniel RPK being canceled, getting called out. He's behind multiple accounts leaking stuff. What? Does anybody know anything about this?
Yeah, someone posted it in your Discord, actually.
Really? I didn't see that. When
so
was it
I didn't
posted?
read it all because it was like 12 pages long on Reddit, but I was like, oh, that's something.
Oh, it's in the general tab. Okay, I was looking at the Nerdcast production. Let me see this here quickly, though.
Yeah, that show category is pretty big. Kidding.
Yeah. Twitter scoops Daniel RPK and My Time to Shine Hello are being accused of being the same person.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's see. says, due to the new Twitter account based in location feature, we can tell both My Time to Shine and Daniel RPK are based in West Asia. Daniel RPK's DeviantArt account has his location listed as Israel, while compelling evidence in a public Discord server, DeviantArt can't change to Jersey using F12. You can see that Daniel did indeed change his account at the particular time. Who? Okay, hold on. Hold on for a second. Who's paying this much attention? This is a lot. This is like some Sherlock Holmes shit. Like, for real. The PayPal account connected to his Patreon is also located in Israel. Okay. They've both been known to retweet clickbaity articles. Well, I mean, that's not much of a... I don't think that's like a smoking gun. Seemingly as paid advertisement. On Twitter, you cannot tell the exact same time somebody retweeted something. Luckily for us and unlucky for Daniel, we have access to these tools. A tweet from Screen Geek advertising a Sydney Sweeney goon bait article was retweeted by both My Time to Shine and Daniel RPK on their accounts 35 seconds apart from one another. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm not saying it's not true, but for people who are always, say for example, you're a Twitter person and all you do is sit on there all day, there's a high probability you're going to see something the same time somebody else sees something and you're just going to retweet it. You know what I mean? Like, one instance of them doing that together isn't enough for me to be like, case closed. You know what I mean?
Right, there's not enough evidence.
But they totally could be the same person. But my opinion on scoopers is the same. So I don't care if they're the same person or not. Essentially, for me, it's like I don't like scooping in general at that level. I think it hurts entertainment, in my opinion. So, an anonymous sent a 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
99 cents used to be able to get you so much.
I know. It can get you like a quarter of a pack of gum now, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Short Car says, why is this a big deal? It's obvious these people are people run multiple accounts. I don't know. I don't have time to do all that investigative stuff when it comes to things like that. Darren, you're muted. I don't know if you're trying to talk about.
They're not paying you to play junior detective, Eric.
I don't care. I don't know. Yeah. I think these guys are always a little unethical in their, like, I mean, I think if you're scooping at all, you're kind of already unethical. And I don't know, like, both of those people, if they are the same person, have been, I don't know, they've had some bad takes and they've done some very unethical things online to begin with. So it's like, it doesn't really.
Is roboting for everybody else?
Little bit.
Am I roboting?
iRobot?
What's happening?
I think StreamYard is having an issue because everybody's kind of like doing it off and on.
Whoa. Yeah,
you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right, so 199 super chat. Did your friend like the jockstrap gif? I never actually purchased that for anyone. It was a joke.
Damn.
Yeah.
Darren's like, damn it, I was looking forward to that.
Sorry for that. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, no jockstrap gif. Actually, so I'm lagging too. That's crazy. So it's a StreamYard thing because I'm not getting any signal issues.
Oh, that is such a true statement. Scoopers who call themselves reporters are jokes at best. That is so true.
If it keeps happening, I'll back out and jump back in. But yeah, I'm not getting any like normally StreamYard will tell you like up in the corner if you're lagging or not. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it'll say like having trouble connecting or whatnot.
Yeah. So yeah, because everybody's saying it's me, but I'm not seeing any issues on the StreamYard side. But then Jake was disappearing. That was not me. Jake was disappearing a little while ago.
Wait, you're not me?
Yeah, not you. All right, so we got the wheel. We're gonna do top 3, I guess, best franchises in our opinion. And
well, there shouldn't be any overlap here.
Yeah. Well. Also, at the very end, you can give some honorable mentions. So there's that. Let's go ahead and we're gonna. Oh wait,
Best or our favorites?
Wait, you got more?
no. I saw Joe get up. I thought he was leaving. You can. It's interchangeable with it, Darren. Like whatever you choose. Like if you want to do favorites, you can. If you want to do best, you can. It's entirely up to you. For me, those are interchangeable when you're talking about your own personal list. So, all right, let's spin the wheel.
All right, I have some.
Don't worry, Darren. I shouldn't take any.
There's one on here.
Ooh, is it rigged? Me first?
You would
Is
do
it
that,
rigged?
wouldn't you?
Man.
Even on Christmas, you would do it, Darren. Oh, you're looking at your shelf again.
Well, yeah,
So-
I have a lot of franchise stuff on my shelf.
Isn't there one franchise that takes up over half of your shelf?
Yeah, well, there's a couple that take up half my shelf. Oh, there's that one too. Shit.
All right. So I'm first here. And I'm going to pick a little known franchise that I don't think anybody else is going to pick. But I've enjoyed it for a large amount of time. And it's the MCU. So the MCU is my first pick.
I've never heard of it.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I love the vast majority of those movies. A lot of them are nostalgic for me in different ways, specifically the Infinity War era. And so I'm going to go with the MCU. I don't know how I got first because I figured somebody else would pick the MCU, but I went ahead and did it. So there we go. Here we go. We're going to spin. And we have Jake is up next.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to go back a couple decades here. This is a franchise that started, I guess really you could say in the mid-90s was when this really got streamlined, scratch that, early 90s. And they had some entries that were really well-known and beloved and some that definitely were underappreciated. And I'm essentially just going to go with, I don't know if it has an official name, but the 90s Marvel TV animated universe, that entire franchise.
Right.
Because like everything from like X-Men to Spider-Man to Fantastic Four, Hulk,
All the ones that crossed over with each other.
Iron Man, all that stuff. Like that
Okay.
was, so I guess you can call it the precursor to the MCU.
Okay.
Love that stuff. Very nostalgic for me. I'll cut on an episode of that stuff for my morning coffee. It's just become part of my daily routine. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go with that one.
All right. That's good enough. Let's spin the wheel and see who gets to pick next. Ooh. Oh, Joe is up. So, Joe, give us one of your favorite franchises.
Absolutely Star Trek.
Oh,
Greatest franchise of all time, Star Trek.
there we go.
Yeah.
Any particular era of Star Trek or just all of it?
I mean, I love pretty much. I'm gonna break your heart here. My least favorite is Voyager,
I know
but
it.
I've grown to appreciate it more over the years. But my favorite of all time is Deep Space Nine. So I don't know. There's levels in there. I think Picard's probably my second least favorite after Voyager, but yeah, DS9 and the original series are my two top favorites.
Okay. All right. Well, let's spin the wheel. Oh, no love for Darren tonight.
No. Damn.
Wow. Joe gets to go 2 in a row. So what is your second one, Joe?
The Muppets.
Hey.
Oh,
Muppets. And
good
That makes
one.
sense.
Since I just gave you Star Trek and the Muppets back to back, I will go an extra step and recommend a podcast If you like Star Trek and the Muppets, there's a wonderful podcast out there called the Muppet Trek Podcast that does one-to-one reviews of episodes of the original series and the Muppet Show for the first couple seasons. Then they run out of episodes, and they're currently doing one-to-one reviews of Star Trek: The Next Generation and Fraggle Rock.
Oh my god!
Muppet Trek is a great podcast
and very interesting combination of franchises.
Yeah, don't know how to put those together, but okay. Let's spin the wheel.
Let's see if I can actually go this time.
Well.
Well.
Either way, would have been me.
Yeah, there you go, Darren.
Okay. To me, a sign of a good franchise is consistency. Is a franchise that not just has one good installment, but maybe has 2 or 3 good installments. And I think the one that comes to mind first when I think of probably the most consistent franchise of all time, and I don't think there's a universe name for this, but the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, El Camino franchise.
Nice.
I mean, Vince Gilligan really did create that perfect trilogy of shows that don't I feel like on paper it's why would you make a franchise out of Breaking Bad, right? But it works. Breaking Bad had 5 incredible seasons in a row. Better Call Saul had 6. Then they did the movie, which is also incredible. And it's obviously not part of it, but Player Abyss just came out right now and it proves Vince Gilligan is a god. He can do no wrong. So yeah, those 3 as a trilogy is an incredible phrase. The only bad installment of this universe is the really bad Slip and Jimmy show they did for AMC Plus. I haven't even watched it, but I've just seen the clips and stuff. And it looks really.
It's not great.
So even that one, yeah.
Even the worst season of Breaking Bad, which I don't know, you might disagree, Darren, but I don't want to say worse as if it's bad, but I'd say the one I enjoyed the least is probably season 4. But I still think it's a great season.
The worst season of Breaking Bad is better than 99% of shows on television, in my opinion.
Yeah, when that is your worst season, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see who we have next.
Season 4
Pluribus has been excellent, by the way.
Skylar, right?
I noticed I'm only on this list twice, I think.
Oh yeah, Darren's only on here twice.
Okay, I'll add you again quickly. Hold on. All right, so how did that happen? I just went through and clicked boxes again. Here we go. There's another one. That should add you back on. Okay. Joe, you're up. And I think this is your last one, right?
Yeah. I was I was all set to say one franchise, but I'm gonna pivot because I don't know how I could have forgotten my 3 favorite movies of all time. This one's also for my good friend who we just lost, Adam the Woo.
Right.
It was his favorite movie too. Back to the Future. I love the Back to the Future trilogy so much. I don't think there's 3 better movies out there, and I can quote them backwards and forwards, and it doesn't get any better.
Well, there we go. Back to the Future. Great trilogy. Here we go. Who do we got next? I feel like Darren's going to get a shot here. No, it's going to go back to Jake.
Nope.
Man, we're going to be, it's just going to be me and Darren at the end, I feel like. All right, Jake, what is your next one?
So, this one's going to come as a shock to absolutely nobody, so I might as well go ahead and do it. Okay. This is another trilogy of movies, although thankfully we got to kind of see bits of this universe in a 4th installment. And I'm going to head and go with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. I had to do it.
Oh, there we go.
Love that series to bits. If I had to pick one film trilogy to just stick to for the rest of my life, I would pick that one. I don't even know if I showed this off. I showed I think I did. I showed. I actually have 2 things here. Not only the strip of film that I got signed by Raimi, I got signed by him himself, but a second thing that I have here in my other hand is this was actually an official thing that somebody got me signed by Tobey Maguire. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Jake, I feel like you could help us go a step
Yeah.
further and just say
Had to do that. Love those films to bits. Like me and my brother and one of my best friends, we really bonded over that stuff growing up. We still quote not only the films to each other, but the movie tie-in games back and forth to each other. So that was just a lot of bonding experience for us. So yeah, had to go with that.
Okay.
Jake, I feel like you could go a step further and just say Spider-Man as a whole, as a franchise. Like I think it all.
I was thinking that. I was. Yeah.
Like Spider-Verse as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, they've really gotten lucky with Spider-Man as a character with how many beloved portrayals there are.
Oh my God, it is going to be me and Darren at the end for sure.
All
right, Jake.
Just finish it off, Jake.
All right. I was thinking of this last one, but no, I feel like one of these two are going to go for it, so I'll leave it for them. Hey, I'm a nice guy, all right?
Uh-huh.
I am going to go with, I hope this isn't one I'm taking from somebody, but this particular franchise really got me into the wider world of this IP beyond just a handful of characters. I'm going to go with Bruce Timm's DCAU. Started back in 92 with BTAS and then went all the way to Justice League Unlimited. That introduced me to some of my favorite characters, kind of gave me quintessential versions of characters I had read, and was just like, I don't know, I can just go back and watch any of those episodes like I was seeing them as a kid. They age just as well still today. And like any of those franchise episodes are another one that I could throw on with a morning coffee and still enjoy it just as much.
Okay. So I guess it's just me and Darren now. Let's see if we can wrap this up.
There was one that I left on purpose just so one of these two could go
I wonder who's going to get this one.
There
we go.
Okay.
All right, Darren.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We just had a pretty decent length talk about it a couple minutes ago. But I think Avatar is one of the greatest franchises of all time.
There we go.
I came out cooking with the first series, which is one of the greatest series of all time. I think
love those blue aliens.
Oh yeah. Yes, that one. Totally that one. No, I think Last Airbender killed it. And then, is Korra a perfect show? No, but I think they did some fantastic television in that show. The franchise has had some low points with the live action movie. They've done some stuff.
Well, we don't talk about that.
The new live action series has its hit or miss, but I think in terms of like building out a world for a franchise to build itself onto, it has the most like spin-off potential I've ever seen. You can make 1,000 TV shows, 1,000 movies. It is a never-ending cycle of storylines and characters and origins and stories that you can pull from, and which is why it's making me so mad that things are being treated the way they are right now. But I'm excited for that movie to come out. I'm excited for the show to come out, and hopefully tons of stuff after that. So
okay, well, let's see what we have here. Is Darren going to get to wrap it up, and then I just have to give my 2 in a row, or am I going to get a chance? Nope. It looks like I'm going to have to go back to back at the end. So fitting, I guess.
Okay.
All right, Darren, go ahead. What is your last one?
There's a couple I could choose.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm just going to do it. I started this being like, I think what makes a franchise good is consistency and quality. Let me go the other direction, though. A franchise that has had highs of highs, but also lows of lows. Let's just do the Arrowverse. CW's, 400 episodes, nearly 45 seasons, years and years and years of stories. Probably the most influential franchise of my life. There's probably no other franchise that will beat the highs of what that franchise gave me. And the friends, I truly would not be in this panel right now if it wasn't for the Arrowverse. Like, I wouldn't know you, Eric, if it wasn't for Arrowverse. Right. I wouldn't know Jake. I wouldn't know half the online friends I have right now without those shows. And I truly owe it pretty much everything, and just like, but the way my personality formed by watching those shows week to week and stuff like that. So, Arrowverse is definitely in my top.
Yeah, I was trying to put that together because my shit kept cutting out, and I was hearing you talking. I'm like, did he say Arrowverse?
I did.
Okay.
Honorable mention though.
For you.
Honorable mention: Ben 10 and How to Train Your Dragon. They all those would be in my top 5.
Question: Do we consider Superman and Lois part of the Arrowverse, even though they decided to say it was in an alternate universe?
It's in the Arrowverse fandom. It's in the Arrowverse family. It's that cousin that moved away 5 years ago, but we still send them.
Just like Gotham Knights is Arrowverse fandom.
I count it in there.
And Darren's favorite show, Naomi, is also in the Arrowverse fandom.
Naomi's that cousin no one since Postcard 2, but it's technically still family.
Because that's the funny thing. I kind of would say that my favorite Arrowverse show is Legends of Tomorrow, but it might be Superman and Lois. I just don't know if Superman and Lois counts.
I always called those shows Arrowverse adjacent shows.
Yeah.
That's what I always called them.
Yeah, they're in the family.
I'll throw like 2 honorable mentions in since I've already done, just because I completely forgot to. These are 2 game franchises, and I honestly don't think I'd be really who I am today without them. There are a lot of game franchises I could have thrown in there, but really 2 that were really just cornerstones for like not only what I do on here, but also just the friends that I ended up making. I'm going with the Batman Arkham series and the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. They were really part of my foundations for what I'm doing here too. So had to go through with that.
I mean, there's so many options. I'm surprised.
I was thinking that, Harrison. But believe me, Harrison, I was thinking that, and if we extended this to 10, that definitely would have been there.
Joe, did you have any honorable mentions at all, or no?
Well, you still got 1 to go, right?
2.
Oh, okay. Well, can I save my honorable mentions? Because you might name one of them.
If you want.
I don't want to take it from you in case it's one of yours.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one I want to put out there is the Alien franchise. Alien/Aliens franchise. I've enjoyed more of those films than I've disliked. And I would even count like the Prometheus and Covenant and all those as part of that world, obviously. And those are good sci-fi movies outside of the alien stuff. I know some people hate that they connect together because there's some iffy stuff in there chronologically. But Alien Earth that came out this year, once again, solidified for me that it is a really good franchise. So I would say the Alien franchise. The other one that I picked here, I actually had 3 other ones, but I'll narrow it down. I would say
Aliens on its own is just such a damn good movie.
Yeah, for sure. I would say probably, I don't know. I should just say it. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, I guess. I know some people they're lukewarm with some of the newer movies, but the reason why I say that is because I enjoy more of the movies than I dislike. I think that the 3rd Jurassic Park movie is not great. That's one of the ones that I don't really care for. And I think the 2nd Jurassic World movie I didn't really care for.
Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Jurassic Park sequel.
Wait, which one is it? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Correct this for me. Which one is the one where it turns into like a haunted house one? Is that the 3rd one?
That's Fallen Kingdom.
Okay, that's the one that I didn't care for too much, yeah.
That's my second favorite after the original.
I thought that one was fine. I hated Dominion. And then I thought Rebirth was mediocre.
I actually really enjoyed Rebirth. I thought Rebirth was a good change of pace for the movies. The 3rd act again has some like similar vibes of the other movies, but I don't really know how to do a 3rd act in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World without some sort of big sort of dinosaur battle. I don't really know what to do with that. So those are the ones that I would pick. So my honorable mention though, and this probably is Joe's as well, would have been something like Star Wars, probably.
I was shocked nobody said Star Wars.
That's what I was teetering between Star Wars and Jurassic World. But
if Ronan were here, he would have.
Oh yeah. That would have been
because I think there's a lot of Star Wars stuff that I don't care for, so it's kind of hard for me. Whereas Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, there's only like 2 movies that I don't really like. So
You're talking about a handful of movies versus God knows how many movies and TV shows.
Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough for me to just throw it out. But I think Star Wars is a strong competitor. Do you have another one, Joe, that you wanted to mention? Honorable mentions?
Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The whole
good.
Buffyverse. Buffy, Angel. If you ask me my favorite TV shows of all time, the top two answers are going to be Deep Space Nine and Buffy.
Yeah. So, my other honorable mention was the Stargate franchise. They've got some great
shout out,
as well,
by the way, to Xena Warrior Princess, Hercules Legendary Journeys. Shout out to that.
We had a couple of another super chat here from Comic Book Nerd. Mission Impossible franchise, a $2 super chat for that one. So when nobody said Fast and Furious, it's about family. It's about family, right? Fast and Furious.
Oh my God!
What about Pirates of the Caribbean?
I like that one. I was with a group of family members, and we were watching. We were watching the first volume of Stranger Things. Haven't seen volume two yet. No one say a thing. But,
no spoilers, please.
We were watching volume 1, and I don't know how, but we're done with the episodes, and then we just start talking a bunch, and somehow it gets to the fact that the thing that happens at the end of volume 1 with somebody getting I compared that to Fast and Furious, which started as grounded racing, and then I brought up the fact that in this last one they went to space and had superpowers. One of my family members looked at me and said, "What the fuck? They went to space?" I was like, "Yeah."
Also, to piggyback off of Joe's piggyback off of Joe's comments about Buffy. I love Buffy, but as a full series, I prefer Angel. I like Angel from start to finish. I think Buffy had a couple of iffy seasons at the end.
Now, you see, I love Angel too. I'm a huge fan of the entire franchise, but I feel like when I look at 7 seasons of Buffy and 5 seasons of Angel, I think the weakest season they ever did was season 4 of Angel. And that was the season where they shifted gears in the middle of the season and decided, oh, this isn't working. We have to write this villain out and kind of change everything. And it got really weird. And suddenly his son and Cordelia had a baby together. And so I don't know. Season 4 of Angel kind of derails the series for me in a way.
Best season they ever did was season 6 of Buffy. That extra hero comment.
Where? Which one? Right here, Jake.
Yeah. What is this about? I know it's a Harry Potter thing, but what is even being referenced here?
I don't know.
Bit random, my friend.
Yeah. I will say that Cordelia was my favorite character from Buffy. So when she went over to Angel, that's why I followed her over to Angel, because it was one of my favorite characters from the show.
Joss
Whedon, my favorite from Buffy.
Joss Whedon once said that.
Favorite.
Yeah, Willow was great. But they once asked Joss Whedon if the show, if the story arc he told was what he intended, and he said, "Well, yeah, it was the story I intended to tell, but I actually told the intended story arc about Cordelia, not Buffy." About how the most vapid, cheerleader becomes the hero who steps up, and Cordelia actually fit that role more than Buffy did. If you look at the way the character started and ended.
That's a good point. All right, before we move forward, we have 20 minutes left on the timers for the Debunks channel. I just want to kind of give you guys an opportunity. There are 5 super chats of any level over there. We got 20 minutes left, so that means 99-cent super chats count if you guys want to donate over there. These are the possible things I'll be doing. I will be doing a top list for the Debunks channel for the first time, and these are the options for that. Top 5 chuds who need to delete their channels. So that's one of them. The other one is top 5 worst takes from the MCU era from the chud channels. Top 5 tropes that chuds complain about. Or if you want to get spicy and talk about giving shout outs to positive stuff, best anti-chud, anti-grift channels. But we have to hit the goal over there. We have 0 out of 5 right now. So if you'd like to contribute over there, you can. So, but in the Reloaded channel, we've already hit our goal. But here's what we're voting on. This is a new series that I'm going to be doing starting in January. I'll be doing 2 of these a month. I'm going to be doing full-on essay-style videos, so like in 45-minute to hour-long videos where I dive into deep subjects. These are going to be things that I sit down for 2 weeks, I work on, and then I upload them as full videos on the Reloaded channel. So these are what you guys are voting on in the chat. No top 5 for this one. It's all essay-style stuff. I'm working really hard on these things, so we'll see how it pans out. I did it with the Arrowverse years ago, so this is me returning to that in 2026. These bonus video essays that we'll be doing could be on MCU, the Phase 4 and 5 problems, where I'll be deep diving into what I think the issues were with Phases 4 and 5 and how Marvel tried and attempted to do things and they were not successful. We have discussed it a little bit over here. I think Darren and I have talked about it more than any other combo of people on the stream. But yeah, I'll be diving into that on a video if you guys pick it. The other one is, does Get Woke, Go Broke exist? And that'll be a long essay style on how, whether or not, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but whether or not Get Woke, Go Broke actually applies to anything they've ever said. The other one is the X-Men Allegories Explained. I will go over all of X-Men Allegories, and if Jake would like to join for that video, I would not mind having him as a co-host on that one, because I know he loves X-Men. And the last one is how superheroes shape culture. I'll be going into my thoughts on superhero fandom and how it has changed with culture and time through media. So those are the 4 possible essays. Probably. We've already hit the goal in the Reloaded channel. So one of those will definitely be done as a video essay. So you guys can vote on that right now. However, again, the Debunks channel, we are still 0 out of 5. If you guys want one of those top 5 list videos, you have to donate over there because that's how it works. We do have a member chat over here, though. Actually, super chat and a member chat. Harrison here with a member chat. Cheers, Eric, and the whole panel for this year. Yeah, shout out, you guys. We only have one more Nerdcast this year. By the time we get here next week, it will be 2026. And I will be previewing the new layout of the screen, like the wallpaper and everything, the new logo and all of that for the next week before it changes completely in January. So there we go.
Harrison, that's not a.
The Winter Soldier trigger figure. Yeah,
that is not an incorrect statement.
Staggervore here, and Joe might want to chime in on this one. Angel got better with season 5 when Spike was added. Agree or disagree with that? You think that?
I agree, but I also think it's multifaceted. The addition of Spike was great, but you also got an influx of Buffy writers who came on to Angel because Buffy had just ended. So you were kind of dealing with some of the best writers. Ben Edlund, creator of The Tick, was a writer on Angel that season. It was a really strong season. And I'll tell you something, we've now heard behind the scenes nonsense that shouldn't have happened involving Charisma Carpenter getting fired from the show. Mm-hmm. And knowing that is unfortunate. However, the episode where Cordelia died, which was titled You're Welcome, truly beautiful episode. Like the writing was exquisite. Like that episode was a tearjerker. So yeah, perfect season 5.
All right. So with that being said, we are going to do our final list, which is top 3, because we're not going to have time for a third one. Top 3 standout scenes from films. And, you could be very quick on it. Films, TV shows, whatever you decided to pick. It's pretty much anything, right? Did you say standout scenes?
I think we said
it was standout scenes in the superhero films. That was it.
Okay, well, we can do that.
Films?
Yeah, I mean, it might help.
I copied the list into the Discord, so whatever it was, there is what it was.
Yeah, it was the standout scenes in superhero films. Because if you just said films, period, that'd be like a really wide spread.
Well, wait a minute. The one that was in the private, that's.
Yeah, I said film because I didn't, because you weren't in the Discord server. I copied and pasted into the Discord server.
All right, I have to redo my list then.
I also have to redo my list.
Okay, so we'll take a moment on that, and actually, it's a good time for me to walk around and show off my Christmas trees as well. But let me answer these super chats first while you guys redo the list there. It wasn't your fault. I copy and pasted it wrong into the private chat, but it was correct in the in the Discord chat. All right. Camry with a $5 super chat says, Eric, I forgot to say that last week you did see that Superman fighting Homelander for one of yes. So there's a DC KO comic of Superman facing off against Homelander, which, by the way, I think it's going to be really interesting because it's a comic book, so obviously things will be different. But I still think Superman bodies Homelander. I don't see how Homelander could beat Superman.
Is it just movies or is it shows as well?
It's Jake, you answer it. This is your category.
I mean, it was written to be just movies, but I mean, we can be flexible and do just shows if you've got ones that you feel really strongly about.
Okay, I'm gonna write this one down then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have trouble putting this list together.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you work for your answers, people.
Yeah, it was so easy before I was like, I know the answer. I threw them down.
Yeah,
like
I had a lot too outside of super. I mean, it also depends on what you consider superhero. Like, there's animated movies too. So,
is Dirk Diggler a superhero?
From
if
Boogie
Dirk
Nights.
Diggler, Rocky Balboa, and Taylor from Planet of the Apes are superheroes, I'm golden.
Darren's like, if Simba's a superhero, then I'm great.
He has superpowers. It works. His roar fixed an entire savannah.
I mean, hey, his roar was pretty powerful in the Super Nintendo Lion King game.
Yeah. So Latin Shark here.
Really
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Latin Shark says, what Chud channels do you used to watch? Only one. The only one that I ever watched was Heel versus Babyface, and that was back when he used to play World of Warcraft.
Darren?
And I watched him when he played World of Warcraft. Otherwise, I didn't watch any of them prior to this.
You bet to make me proud, Darren.
Quick Christmas haul. Got this today.
Oh yeah.
I love this.
Woo!
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, wrong way. It's not my new favorite thing. So.
Thank you for the super chat.
That's gonna look great next to your one of Scar and the Hyenas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so let me do this. I'm going to sign in on StreamYard on my phone while you guys do your list.
Oh, Darren, see, you didn't see this because you weren't here, but my loving sibling got these for me today. So Darkman on 4K.
Okay.
Quick and the Dead. It's a Western.
Okay.
Love of the Game. It's a baseball movie. And A Simple Plan.
Okay.
Do you want to know what all four of these have in common?
They all suck. No, I was kidding. I don't.
Raimi made all of them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
What the hell? Oh. I
Oh.
was like,
I almost said that looks a lot like Eric. I thought it was your brother at first. I was like, what the hell?
We're getting a Mandela effect in here.
That's so funny. Oh, you're muted, friend.
Yeah, Harrison. Raimi made a baseball movie. It was with Kevin Costner. Mogul-ish.
Oh. My stream now.
Well, as my stream now. I'm up here in the top corner. Oh, damn it.
That didn't
No,
work.
I'm trying to figure out how to. It doesn't have my mic recognized on here.
All right. I was gonna say just throw like AirPods in if you had them.
All right, I think I'm ready. Woo.
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
You can hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Can you guys say something? Because I can't hear you guys now.
Hey. Space. The final frontier. I don't know, did we lose him?
What the fuck? What the?
All right, hold on one
Darren,
second.
what did you do to my thing?
I'm still here.
Jake, did you steal my profile picture?
What did you do to my thing, Darren?
I didn't do nothing. Is it because you're still logged into me under that account?
Oh shit, that might be.
I was like, how did you get my profile picture? That is so funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'll probably have to sign out of that and sign back into your regular.
Oh.
Not that I mind you using that account, but
No, I went to go fix something. I looked down. I was like, what the fuck?
What are the
Teletubbies know what was
doing?
in that image? Ask this guy over here. He made it.
What's funny is I don't even have that on this account. Well, wait. What other funny profile pictures can I put up?
You've got the Shrek one that made me laugh.
I have like 5 Shrek ones.
The one where he's like, no, not that one. That's Shronky. No, not that one either.
It's not Dr. Phil?
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
I'll know it when I see it. Yeah, there it is. I don't know why that one made me laugh so much. I think it's because the first time you showed it, it caught me so off guard, and I did not know how to respond.
All right, can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a little echoey, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's echoey?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's...
All right. So... trying to figure out if I could...
Whew.
Oh, there he goes again. Try to look at chat while we.
Yeah, Darren. So I don't know if you said this when we were doing honorable mentions on franchises because my shit kept cutting in and out. Did you mention Ben 10 at all?
In my honorable mentions, it was Ben 10 and How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
I didn't because I wanted to talk about a new franchise for once. A couple ones I don't talk about as much, but
fair.
I was like, have I ever talked about Breaking Bad? It's like not really.
One of my friends is also mad at me that I haven't seen the Dragon movies yet, so
I got that today too. I can show that off too, I guess.
Oh, you got like the trilogy or the live action movie?
I got, well, technically it is from the live action movie, but I got Toothless. I got this giant Toothless Funko.
That's cool.
Yeah, I somehow didn't have a How to Train Dragon Funko yet. And then I think my favorite gift I got today. Let me turn off my camera.
Oh.
Watch as I knock all my shit down. There goes Nightcrawler. I got Lost.
I heard Nightcrawler. Oh, nice.
Been wanting to get this. I don't know if you can tell.
Very, very, very nice.
Yes.
Eric, you're muted.
Now I just have to find time to watch it again.
I don't know what's going on with StreamYard tonight. Something is really wrong with it. Because, like,
That's...
on my phone, it said that the signal was weak. So I disconnected from my Wi-Fi so I would get 5G, which usually works. But even on 5G, I was getting kicked off of it. So I think there's an issue with StreamYard. I don't know what it is. However, while that was happening, I took pictures of my tree. So I'm going to upload it to Google Slides and then we'll watch it here. Hold on.
Pause. Yeah, StreamYard does suck.
It's either incredible or terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say when it works, it's great, and when it doesn't, it's like a nightmare. So
yeah, it's like Tale of Two Cities. No, Darren, I wanted to. Last night, I wanted to put that thing on with the Santa hat on top of it. It would have been impossible to breathe, but it'd have been funny.
All right, let's see if I can pull these up now.
Funny.
Because all I want to do is show my trees off. Is that like even possible?
Damn it,
Can I do
Eric.
that?
You could just take a photo and then just throw it in.
No, so what you do is you take
Well, no,
a
that's
photo.
that's what I just did.
You take the photo, then send it to somebody else, and then they have to show it.
Let's see here. Pictures. Did I upload it to the wrong Google Drive? My God.
What you drinking there, Darren?
Water.
Nice. That's some quality H2O. Oh, can I send you something to show if that's okay, Eric?
Is it going to be like a sharing of your screen or something?
Yeah, I was just gonna send you an image. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind throwing it up.
Yeah, but I mean, like where? Where are you going to send it to?
Oh,
don't send it on Discord.
Don't.
Because I can't. Discord has a block on like showing off stream. You can't. I'd have to turn that off, and then it'll show everybody's messages and stuff like that.
You just share your screen, Jake, if you have it on your computer.
I don't. But hold on. Probably get it on
Here.
here.
I mean, if you want, you just send it to me, Jake, and I can throw it up on screen.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Well, I can present it. I can actually put it on screen. Same vibe.
Okay. Here, it's a pair of pictures. That was my contribution for this evening's festivities.
One of my trees is one that you guys. I've had it for years, but everybody likes to see it, so I'll share it. Let's see here. Oh, we hit the goal. Who did that?
Latin Shark.
In the Debunks channel.
Latin Shark.
Oh, there we go.
Sent 3 super chats.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that, Latin Shark. Yeah. And you've also got another super chat we're going to read here in a moment. We're going to save it for the end because it's a really good question to wrap up the stream on. All right, I'll share this here.
This was the prime rib that I put together for tonight. It's a second one there too of the full thing before it was cut. Very happy.
The second
with how
one.
this
Hold on,
came
where is
out.
it?
Very, very happy
right
with
here.
how that came out. Yeah, that was how it looked before being cut.
Good.
Very happy with how that came out. I don't know if anybody.
How long did you cook that for?
So it went from like one stove to another. So in total, started at around. Well, we started the preps around 2-ish, I want to say, and then was served at about 6. So.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, in case anybody tries to talk shit about my cooking, yeah, there we go.
They still will.
Yeah, they probably will. And you know what? You guys won't be eating any of this, so you guys can eat shit.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm uploading my images now so we can look at them.
Oh, breakfast burritos sound great, Chris.
Oh, yeah, there's like a 24-hour diner, like maybe 15 minutes or so from me that has amazing burritos.
I love a good burrito.
Same.
Dear God.
But the thing is, it's so easy to do it wrong. Like,
I get down too many burritos, and that's a problem.
Yeah, they're so easy to mess up. That's the thing.
We did like a good omelet and bagel for breakfast. That was a solid. All
right, so here are my trees here at the house. We're going to start out with... Oh, actually, I need to upload one more. Sorry.
Darren, you're making me hungry.
I'm going to get rid of the hand.
We're going to start out with the first one here, which is our small gaming tree.
Okay.
As you can see there. And It's always placed in the gaming corner of the room where we have Street Fighter, and there's another one on the other side that's the Marvel vs. Capcom.
I was about to say, is that a Street Fighter cabinet?
Yeah, and around the corner from there is Marvel vs. Capcom. But that is our gaming tree, and that is a small tree that you can see when you come up to the door. It's right next to where the window is. Then we have our tree that scares people a little bit because it was made so we can stick things in its mouth that guests can take when they leave, and it's usually like little random toys and stuff like that. But here it goes. This one here. And so this one, you can fill its mouth up with stuff, and then it can, like, you can take it and leave the house. So
I love this one because it looks like a Muppet.
Yeah, very Muppet coded. And each little ornament has a toy in it. So it's like a toy giveaway tree or whatever.
What do you think this is? Handing out Easter eggs for kids? I'm kidding.
And then our final tree, our big tree, the one that we have everything on, is here, which is our superhero tree. And this one is this is our main one.
Oh yeah, the little snick thing up there. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's got Rachel Summers as the star at the top. So
is that Firestar in there?
Yes, Firestar, Magic.
Hell yeah.
The Flash is on it too.
Is it Barry or Wally?
It's Barry. Barry.
Okay.
Wolverine's on the backside of it. Rachel is the top, is the star at the top.
God,
so and
Let's see, Firestar.
Yeah. I wish I could
see.
Is there a way to? I don't think there's a way to make that bigger on here.
Way down there at the bottom. Is that Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man's on there too. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I wish I could.
Yeah. I
guess if I open this up on another screen, I should be able to make the image larger. Let me do that because there's a lot of stuff on this tree. Hold on.
You guys want to? I won't like take the camera off, but you want to quickly see a picture of my Batman tree that I have this year?
Oh yeah.
If you want, yeah.
Here, I'm not gonna go off because of Darren's cursed image, so I'm just gonna do this.
Why can I not find?
What's wrong with my image, Jake?
Which one is the cursed image?
It's like it's the freaking Teletubbies making out or something.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, let's see. Open this one. Is Jake showing us anything yet? Because I've got my screen minimized. Let's see. Is he disconnecting?
I think he's going to show off his tree.
Oh. Okay. I was going to show off a larger view of the of our superhero tree. Here we go. Share screen.
Oh, damn it!
What?
Sorry, I sat back down and I dropped my phone.
So here's a better look at it.
All right, hey, Darren.
Okay.
You mind if I send these to you again, Darren?
Yeah, that's fine.
So here we go. This is you can see the whole thing here. So there's the top of the tree with Rachel, Phoenix. Then you go down here. You got the Snake and the Boom, and then you got Firestar, and all these smaller ones here are heroes too, but it's really hard to see. And there's one on the back that I didn't show off. Magic over here, and then there's actual covers of X-Men comics and New Mutant comics and stuff also plastered around the tree.
Is that the Cable appearance right there? No.
Maybe. No. That's magic
it's
with
not.
Beast. With not Beast. What's his name? The demon from.
That's not Beast.
Yeah, and then this area is the DC area, so it's like Flash and all this Flash stuff, and then you get out here at the bottom, and there's Spider-Man, and it has the different logos from the different era.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
nice. I see the all red one down there.
Yeah, and it's funny because
is that Spider-Ham wrapping paper?
where
Down there.
no, it's actually cats' buttholes is what it is.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. Wait, Darren, why is that your background?
That'd be funny.
Yeah, see, it's like cats showing off. We thought that would be funny for because we have a bunch of people coming over that are kind of like very stuck up tomorrow in the family, so we wrapped all their gifts in this paper. It's like a gag. So
yeah, I sent mine to Darren of the Batman tree.
Yeah, as you can see, our couch we have a waffle blanket and a saltine cracker pillow. So Hella's on the wall. That's Hella over there on the right. If you can't see that right here from there. Oh, thumbnail time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was the thumbnail for my live stream the other day.
Oh.
Whoops, where'd Jake go?
You took me off.
I didn't take anybody off. I was closing the window for the thing.
It said host had removed you. So.
It was a jump scare. I know you keep saying that, but I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. I don't know how that happens.
I shared my Star Trek tree if you want to see it. I don't know how well you can see the ornaments. They
all right. We got a couple images down here, so let's see here. This is it's a Star Trek tree there.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is this in your area that you're in now, like the room you're in now?
Yeah, it's right back there.
Oh, okay. All right, I see. Oh, next to the cabinet. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's not zoomable, is it? But,
no, that's why I had to do it the
a lot
other way.
Yeah, a lot of Star Trek ornaments on there.
I do like the Enterprise as the star at the top, though. That's really cool.
I like your Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, I did see that too. That was pretty cool. It's great. All right, there we go. Holy shit, lens flare! Wow.
Sorry,
It's okay.
Dark.
No, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
JJ would be proud.
There's the mask at the top there. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then on one of the zoomed in ones, I had animated series Batman on there as an ornament.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right, so we are coming to our last list of the night. Has everybody had enough time to come up with their choices or not? I'm guessing there's going to be no honorable mentions on this one.
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's see here. Mine are kind of weird, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. This is going to be tough because it's so specific.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
So, let's see here. All right. Let's see who's going to go first.
This is 3, right?
Man, yeah. The lag on StreamYard tonight is killing me. It's so bad.
I'm glad it's
so
not
bad.
just me.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Anyway. All right, so we're going to spin the wheel. See who goes first. And it is Darren.
Fresh pickle litter.
All right. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Let me go with one I'm kind of thinking a couple people may have in their list.
All right.
But I think it's probably the most coolest, most badass moment in a comic book project. And that is, and we literally just talked about this scene, Eric, a couple weeks ago. But that's Thor's entrance in Infinity War.
Yeah,
good
in
one.
Wakanda. They're
Good
about
one.
to lose the battle. The you're screwed now from Hulk. Comes down with his new hammer and his new friend Tree and Raccoon Man. And he destroys the battlefield, and you feel. To me, that was the first time I'm like, "Oh, Thor is cool." Like
Yeah.
I liked him before, but that was the moment I'm like,
He's
that's
badass.
That look,
That's
no lie, and
Thor.
I've talked about this before.
That is peak
scene,
Thor.
that scene was a standing ovation in my theater. When
Yeah.
that happened, half the theater got up and cheered when Thor came down.
Yeah,
That's when Thor reached Superman status for me. When that
yeah.
happened, I was like, "This is Marvel's Superman, 100%."
That happened twice in that movie. It was during the Thor bit and during the Cap bit earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 times we got an ovation.
and he never went back.
Yep, he
Thor
fell
never got
down hard.
Uh,
All right, let's spin the wheel. Ooh, no, it's gonna be Darren again.
again?
Oh yes.
I didn't go twice in a row.
Ah,
Damn.
man, this
There
is
you
this
go.
this is Darren's redemption arc.
This is the opposite of last game, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to pick a scene from my favorite superhero movie, The Incredibles. And I could pick I could literally pick almost any scene in this movie. It'd be one of my favorite. But I am going with probably one of the darkest scenes in superhero movie history, when Syndrome shoots down Helen's plane, and Bob thinks he's just witnessed the death. This sounds very dark for it to be my favorite scene, but he thinks he's witnessed the death of his wife, his daughter, and his son all in one foul swoop. And I think I love how this movie shows the depravity of a superhero world, how far villains are willing to go, and how far a hero can fall. And this is a movie that's not showing any punches. They're not hiding anything, and I think it also shows the vulnerability of a character, of Mirge, who just feels like she crossed the line. Like, she was with him to a point, and now she's like, oh no, this is too far. So I think scenes like that are just incredible. There's a scene that kind of goes with it, like a bit earlier on when Helen's telling kids, it's like, those superhero movies that you guys watch on TV. This is not like one of those moments. These guys will kill you. These guys will take you out. Like, there's stuff like that is what makes that movie so brilliant.
And you see that Syndrome's not even flinching. He's like, it's 15 years too late.
Brilliant.
Woo!
All right, let's see who goes next.
Stuff.
Oh,
That
it is Jay.
would have been funny.
No matter which way it goes.
Hilarious. That'd have been
All right, Jay,
hilarious.
you're up.
So, I was kind of going back and forth on a number of these, and I think this first one, I'll say this here now. I think this movie is really underrated. I'm not saying it's like one of my all-time favorites, although I do really, really enjoy it. And I'm gonna go with the banishment scene from Thor. I really, really love that scene. It's stripping, just really getting down to the bone of what is wrong with Thor's character at that point. How he is just really a bloodthirsty barbarian that doesn't care about the welfare of Asgard, doesn't have an ability to see big picture, just wants to, smash enemies with his hammer. And just the back and forth between him and Anthony Hopkins' Odin is so good, where Odin just tears him down and says, "You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy." Thor fights back, "You are an old man and a fool." And then Odin you can tell he doesn't want to do it. You can tell that there's pain in his eyes.
Yeah.
That he has to strip away Thor's power so he can strip away all of that, just everything that's wrong with his son. His son has to go through that lesson and learn what it actually means to be an actual hero. Love that scene so much.
Let's see who's next.
I just realized I'm not on there.
Oh, wait. How are you not on here?
No wonder it's so short.
Hold on. We're gonna leave Darren there. Let's make sure Joe's on there, because I clicked everybody's names. Did it? You know what? It might have changed when I shut everything down, because I closed all the windows and reopened them. Let's do this. All right, we'll respin. Let's see. Maybe it'll give Joe a shot Yeah, I'm just gonna go
Oh,
back to
Darren again.
Darren's done then. That's it for Darren. Darren's
No
done with
way.
his list. Yeah. All right.
Redemption from last time,
Alright.
I guess.
I guess. I haven't gone yet either, so.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I almost picked a TV show for this, but I was like, no, I'll follow the rules. I'll pick a movie. This is a kind of a modern one. I think that the last couple have been a couple years since those movies come out. I'm going with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
Probably my personal favorite Guardians movie. I think
It's Rocket's movie is what it is.
there are scenes that destroy me from the inside. And just the entire almost 10-minute sequence of Rocket on death's door, Rocket wanting to go to the light and seeing his friends again, but Lila's like, no, there's more story if you left to tell, sending him back home, and just like Chris Pratt's like depravity as he's like knocking the life back into him. And I think the scene in particular that gets me every time is like Nebula's reaction to finding out that Rocket's alive, and just like that actress's performance in that scene, Karen Gillian's performance in that scene is so good, and I think it really hits so hard. That friendship hits so hard, especially after you think of like, oh, it was just them in Endgame, right? They were the two Guardians not snapped. They were the two left standing, and they had to have grown such a bond over that time. And so her, like, there's like in her performance there, she's finally able to breathe for the first time in the movie. She's like, oh, okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. It's so good. It's so
you really see the seeds in Endgame too. Like whenever she first gets back and she's holding his hand. Yeah,
it's so, I love their dynamic so much. Give me like a Nebula series. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Joe?
Oh.
It is Joe. All right.
Yeah, it's barely.
And Darren was like all up in the camera there.
All right, Joe, go ahead.
I'm gonna pick. Are we doing this in any particular order?
No.
There's no particular order. Okay, I'm gonna pick the scene where Superman tricks Zod by getting the molecule chamber.
Yeah.
And he takes away Zod's powers while he's safe in the molecule chamber. And then he knew Lex Luthor was going to blow the plan. He's, I knew I couldn't trust a lying weasel like you, Luthor.
That's a great scene, because honestly, even when I'm watching it as a kid, I didn't realize like what was happening or what was going on. It took me like getting a little bit older to be like, oh, I get it now. I understand. No, great scene. Great scene. Oh, Joe gets to go again. What's your next one?
What is it with these back-to-backs?
I'm going to pick from the Flash movie, the scene where the multiverse is collapsing, and we start to get like little cameos by like Christopher Reeve and Nicolas Cage. I just thought that was a beautiful scene.
The canceled giant crab spider thing. Battle that we got.
Yes,
so.
I love that moment, because I said that it was the same year that Across the Spider-Verse came out, and I kept saying Across the Spider-Verse was just like cameo porn. Like, we're just going to throw every Spider-Man you've ever seen, and here they are. It's just overload, and in one little brief moment, the Flash kind of outdid them by being like, hey, we're going to do cameos too, but ours are going to be meaningful to the story, and they're going to be so brief they don't outlive their welcome. They're going to come on, they're going to serve their purpose, and it's over. And I thought that was an amazing moment.
My favorite part of that scene is the Nicolas Cage part. That's my favorite part of that scene.
Yeah, that was great.
Part really worth much, to be honest.
No comment, Joe. Joe, no comment.
All right, we got here. Oh, Jake gets to go. All right, Jake, what is your next one?
Well, the next one I picked actually involves the Flash, funnily enough, but it's not from that movie. And well, you guys might know where this is going. I'm going with the at the Speed Force scene from Snyder's Justice League. I really love that scene. No
The
joke.
rewind of the one that he did.
Yeah,
He rewinds time. Okay.
Yeah, where the unity happens and Barry rewinds time.
That is so funny that you
yeah.
both picked an Ezra Miller Flash scene, and they're both completely different.
It's ironic because I don't love Ezra in that portrayal. Said that many times, but I do love the way that scene is set up, and I just love how they build up to it in that movie. How he has his one rule about not turning back time, not interfering with it. He says, "Hey, this is all or nothing. You have to break your rule now." And it's his father's words that you hear towards the beginning that are really part of what saves everyone. Is where he says, "Make your own future," and that's just one of the things I loved about that movie in general. Is like you got to see heroes be heroes and do heroic things and act as a unified force for good, and that was really. That really was the epitome of that in that scene. Like great music, great visuals.
What song was it? It's a score, right? It's a score from.
It's a score. And loved that moment so much. That's probably the best moment in the entire DCU, if I'm being honest.
Wow, DCU or DCEU?
DCEU for me.
Okay, all right.
By the way, I got to point out, Jason in the chat, Jason Deerham. Is actually wrong here. He says then Superman killed a powerful and defenseless Zod. Mm-hmm. He does not kill Zod in that movie.
Yeah, there's a cut of the movie where you see him being taken away on a stretcher.
Exactly. And even in the scene where he's not taken away, at no point in the movie did they say Zod's dead now. Like Zod falls and we see Zod fall, but at no time in that movie is it
we could assume though that Superman thought he was killing Zod. We could assume
I don't think
that,
so.
Right?
Like I'm why would Superman kill a defenseless human though? Because he
never went back to look for him, right? I mean, he didn't know what happened.
Well, they didn't show us that, but they didn't show us that he didn't either.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like you could argue intent because we don't know what's going on in his head. So I think you could argue intent with that one. Like he might not have actually killed him, but you could say, well, maybe he didn't care. Maybe he didn't care if he died or not. You know what I mean? Like you could argue that, but that's not my argument. That's not what I would say. I'm just saying I could see someone arguing that position. As far as the trucker at the diner, I don't remember. Is that the end of the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he goes back.
Oh, he spins him around in the chair, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that. All right, so I am up next. There's this movie called Morbius. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with a scene that always brings tears to my eyes. It's one of the most emotional scenes in a superhero movie. And I don't know if the chat's going to agree with me. I don't know if the panel's going to agree with me. But it is the scene at the end of Flashpoint Paradox when Barry brings the letter from Thomas back to Bruce and he hands it to him. That scene tears me up every single time because it's such a weird concept that you can't really wrap your heads around. Like you have another Batman who still exists. He lost his son. And then you have the Batman from, this universe that lost his dad. And so you have this moment where he gets a letter from someone that is technically his father, but from another universe who never got to see his son grow up and be the man that he is. And you get that letter to Bruce. It is just absolutely 100% an emotional scene for me in a movie.
This is my father's handwriting.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Matter of fact, when we watched that movie, a friend of mine who had never seen it, he enjoyed the movie up until that point. After he watched that scene, he says, this might be the best piece of Flash media I have ever witnessed in my life, is Flashpoint Paradox. I honestly wish they would just adapt that movie into live action, and I would be so happy, 100% happy. But that'll never happen. It'll never happen, unfortunately. But
yeah, I think that movie kind of ruined me on future adaptations.
Yeah. All right. You're one hell of a messenger. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great scene. Oh, do I get to go again?
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's going to come down to three and three here. All right. So my next one is going to be from the MCU.
Okay.
And it is a scene in Endgame, probably my favorite scene in Endgame, where they're on the ropes, and for the first time ever, Captain America gets to pick up Thor's hammer. And we get that battle where Captain America has the shield and the hammer, and he's facing off against Thanos. That to me is a scene that is almost as equally as hype as the Thor scene from Infinity War, because we'd been waiting for that moment forever. And so for me, that scene was a scene stealer, totally stand out. Again, people cheered and screamed when this happened because everybody was waiting to see who was going to be, who was going to have the ability to pick up. Because we know that it moved a little bit with Vision.
Yeah.
But,
no. Vision picked it up completely.
Right. Vision picked it up completely. It moved a little bit with Cap when he was trying to pick it up that one time, and then he got to pick it up finally.
No,
so
I knew as soon as they
worthy.
brought the hammer back from the past, as soon as Thor summoned it in the past, I'm like, that's what they're doing. They're setting that up. I knew it right then and there.
So that is mine. And now we're going to spin the wheel again. We got the three of us left. Darren pieced out so early. So
I know no one's taking my last one.
Oh. Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew nobody was going to take this one. I saved it for last on purpose because I actually was doing this in kind of an ascending order, so going from the bottom of it to the top. I could have picked 100 scenes from this series. I'm going with a scene from the Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Surprise, surprise. I'm going with a scene from the third movie. Yes.
No!
I'm actually going with a scene from Spider-Man 3. No, Eric, it is not a jazz club number, and it is not the Saturday Night Strut number.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, go ahead then.
I like those scenes for my own reasons. But that's a different conversation.
Get your money when you fix this damn.
Yeah, Harrison, Bully McGuire. Yeah,
great stuff. But no, the scene that I'm going with is honestly a scene that I rewatched so many times. It's honestly like it's probably a once a day thing at this point. No joke. And that is the scene where Peter realizes he is at his lowest point ever. He goes to the church and removes the symbiote, and then it falls down onto Eddie Brock. I love that scene for so many reasons. Just from a narrative standpoint, you can see how low it has brought him.
Right.
And then he is at his version of his lowest, and then you have Eddie, who is at his version of what he perceives as his lowest. And he takes Peter's words from earlier in the movie, "You want forgiveness, get religion." Takes it literally. The bastard literally goes to God asking him to kill Peter Parker. So you can tell he took it in his own twisted way. But in a sense, Eddie kind of got what he wanted, because that evil, twisted version of Peter did die in that bell tower. The suit's getting stripped away. Peter's stripping away everything that the suit is turning him into that he isn't. All of the evil, all of the anger, all of the aggression, all of that is being, ripped away piece by piece. And I love how, as it's going through, this is something I've noticed just from watching the scene so many times. You can hear the suit really struggle against him because it knows what he's trying to do. So you can hear it pull back. As he's hitting the bell, you see the Venom face jump off of the suit for a second. Love that. And just musically it crescendos, and once it's off of Peter and it's kind of shrinking away, the music dies down, and then as soon as it finds a new host again with Eddie Brock, it's attacking, its energy's back, the music's flaring again. And if I had to pick one scene as my favorite in a comic book film, I'm going to go with that one. Love it to bits.
Oh,
and I was even wearing the shirt.
Crazy, yeah.
So yeah, I was even wearing the shirt to go with it. So yeah, love that.
All right, it is up to me and Joe here. We're going to see which one of us gets to go to the penultimate answer.
I mean, I did college papers on this movie. So.
Oh, it's going to be Joe. All right. So, what is your last one, Joe?
Well, we're bringing Ezra back. It is from Justice League, from the theatrical cut. This scene where Barry says to Batman, "I've never done battle before, and I don't know. You guys know how to do battle. I don't know how to do battle." And Batman says, "Save one person. Save one person." Love that moment.
That's good. I see this. Jake literally like oops out of the screen. Look, he's not down with that scene at all. Well, I have to say, it was not in my cards to see Ezra talked about 3 times.
3
and,
times.
Yeah, I mean that's shocking to me, honestly.
And Flash 4 times if you count.
Chris goes, but Chris goes, but that is a great scene. So,
I think in theory it's a great scene, in my opinion.
All right. So my last one.
If it didn't make Flash out to be an idiot, sure.
My next one, my final one, is a scene from the beginning of a movie called X2. And it is probably one of the most iconic scenes from that era of superhero movies, and it even holds up today. And that is the White House battle with Nightcrawler at the very beginning of X2.
Yeah.
I was literally completely blown away by that scene because even by today's standards, it's a really cool scene in a movie. And I was trying to balance between that and the Quicksilver run scene. The first one,
Which
not the
one?
second one, the first one.
Oh,
first
the
one.
Days of Future Past one?
Yeah.
That
was the one I was thinking of.
Apocalypse one more.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue either one of them, but the Nightcrawler scene won out for me, and so that's my final choice there. Anyway, in the chat, let us know whose list you like the most. I'm very curious if the chat had a favorite out of that.
I'm curious too.
Values. All right, we do have a couple of super chats here. Cameron Walker here with a $5 super chat says, Eric, Cassandra Cain and Guy Gardner and Harley Quinn gain superpowers after DC KO. What?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Really? Is this in canon or is the KO event just a one-off thing?
I think it's
Is it in main continuity or is it like a Elseworlds thing?
I think it's going to end up being like, you know how when they did like the Armageddon stuff in Mortal Kombat, and it was like a timeline reset. I feel like it's going to be that ultimately.
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Harrison, good one down there. I had that on my honorable mentions list in case one of mine got taken.
That's a really good one too. Yeah. Right.
That got tears out of me.
Yeah. All right. This is the one from South Texas Shark, Latin Shark, and $2 super chat. I thought we could end off with this before we read off the winners of the 2 polls. $2 super chat. What are your plans for New Year's? I will be working as a DJ. I almost exclusively work New Year's. I'm always booked for something, and it's a very big night for DJs because you're working so many parties and events. It's the most cost-effective way to have entertainment at your party, so everybody does it. So I'm working New Year's. Now, here's the thing. I wanted to broadcast on New Year's, but it's going to have to be on Twitch because YouTube will pull the stream down because of music. So I may be live on Twitch. If you're not following me on Twitch, head over to my links in my link tree and head over to my Twitch. Give me a follow over there, and I might go live on New Year's Eve. That's my plans for New Year's. Is anybody else doing anything exciting? Are you staying home? What are you doing for New Year's? You guys?
I am New Year's Eve I'm closing, New Year's Day I'm opening. So
Those
that's
bastards.
That's
Really?
gonna be fun. In fairness, we do close early on New Year's Eve. We close at 5, which is better. At least I have my New Year's night. But I that's my least favorite time of day, or like day of the year to open, because New Year's Day is dead, especially opening shift. No one's there for the first 5 hours because everyone's drunk or tired or at home. Like, no one's going shopping in the morning on Christmas Day. They're just not. So that shall be fun.
You wanna pull up all in the game? This comment there.
Yeah, you guys with all your Ezra mentions.
So I will say, as one of my honorable mentions, because I said not a single moment with female or person of color here. I will say one of my honorable mentions, and this scene has been torn apart to death, but I honestly think it's undeserved. If we were going to go with shows, then I just wanted to give a shout out to this. But I wanted to give a shout out to Sam's speech at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Loved that moment.
But your criteria was movies, though.
I know, but then, I know. I'm just saying shout out. I just shouted the scene out because, hey, great scene. I mean, in fairness, that could have that's really just a movie broken up into 6
If one of
episodes.
mine would have been taken, I actually had Angela Bassett's speech in Wakanda Forever.
Oh my god!
Why didn't I pick
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that was on my my top 4. So that was the
We'll
one
do
that
a
I
part
did swap
two.
out. So
We'll
we'll do it
definitely-
in part 2. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that was one of mine. Was the Angela Bassett speech from Wakanda
Haven't
Forever.
I lost everything?
I know, so emotional for sure, 100%.
So and I'll say this too. I don't know if this is a controversial take or not, but back in the day, I don't know about now, but back then, I think she would have made a fantastic Storm.
Yeah.
I think obviously now they're not going to cast someone outside of like the 20s range
Right.
for.
But I think back then she would have been terrific as Storm.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks you guys. We hit our goal on both channels. So let's see over on the Debunks channel what kind of video you guys want me to do as a bonus top 5 video. We're going to end the poll over here. You guys want me to do top 5 chuds who should delete their channels? Okay, that should be fun. All right. All right. So we got that. And over on the Reloaded channel, for the essay video that I'm going to be doing, the first one in the middle of January, you guys want me to do 52%, overwhelming number, MCU phase 4 and 5 problems, and basically the way I can see them correcting their problems. So yeah, that will be the first essay video on the channel. Let's see. You have to stop at top 5. No, we can do as many as we want. Like I can bring back that same list again later on. So
There's one chud that you've never covered, and you've explained why. You told the reason why, and it's because he strikes down a lot.
Tyrone
of
Magnus.
Tyrone Magnus.
Yeah.
Since you're probably not going to be doing a video on him anytime soon for that reason, can I take a moment to just make a comment?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I know what you want to talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go for it.
First of all, let's just say it right out. F Tyrone Magnus. That guy is a piece of crap because my friend died this week, and Tyrone Magnus did a monetized video where he just read his obituary and started the video off by saying, "I don't even know who this guy is."
Oh my god.
So Tyrone Magnus monetized my friend who he doesn't even know just to get clicks off his death. So that guy is just a son of a bitch. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah. Oh, Darren, you're muted.
Sorry. No, that sounds horrendous.
It's absolutely
horrible.
inappropriate
No,
on every
that's-
level.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just like making content off the past is also just bad in general. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, if you're being like, oh, they were such a great person. Oh, like, yeah, of course. Like, that's fine. But, like, in general, I feel like that's just like a rule of law. Like, unless they're like celebrity status and it's a huge deal, like, just don't do that shit. Like that.
Yeah, well, it's also disrespectful that he says, I don't even know this guy. Like, who starts out a video like that
Yeah,
and then reads somebody's obituary? Come on.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Fetman says, sorry to hear that, Joe. Tyrone sucks to put that. Yeah, that is very lightly. He's more than this. Chris goes, Tyrone is a 4-letter word that starts with runt. Wow. Okay. Starts with runt? I don't know what that word is, but we'll go.
I think he meant rhymed with runt.
Yeah. Says here, Harrison says, that's fucked up. Sending you the best wishes, Joe. Yeah. Thank you guys for doing that. Anyway, we're going to end the stream here. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us on Christmas. And next week, on Monday, we'll be talking about Stranger Things once people have a chance to watch it. And then by the time we stream this time next week, we'll be in 2026. So thank you guys so much. Before we go, I want to give shout outs to everybody. Jake, anything you want to say about your channel, content before we wrap up the stream?
Yeah, just some of the things that I have coming out in the last few days of the year. Got a collab that I made with Electric Alex where we talked for an hour about what our favorite superhero games were.
Mm-hmm.
In the spirit of the holidays, I put together another Arkham ranking. I did the bosses of Arkham Origins. So Did that. I did an Arkham Knight Shadow War rewrite narrated by yours truly. So all voiced images going along with that. That was one of my personal favorite projects that I've ever done, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy that when it comes out. And then the very last thing that's probably going to release, probably on New Year's Eve, if I had to guess, is my whole long, very, very pain in the ass to edit ranking where I ranked every MCU show, film, and special. So yeah, those are the last few things that we have coming out in the year, and then Lost Levels will resume on January 4th.
Jason, 2 years until season 2 of Pluribus. I would be so angry. Is that confirmed, Darren?
I haven't seen. I'm actually a little bit behind due to like holiday season and stuff, but
because the cliffhanger is like it's a very weird cliffhanger, and I would be really annoyed if it was 2 years. So
I don't see why it would. I feel like Vince is normally like a yearly TV kind of guy.
Also, there's not a big cast. It's like 6 people.
No, you could film that in a couple months. But maybe? I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll be annoyed if that's the case. Darren, anything you want to shout out before you head out?
I didn't do Pipeline today because obviously Christmas, but new Pipeline tomorrow, our final Pipeline of 2025 with this guy up here and Ronan and another person friend of mine. We did our favorite movies, favorite TV shows, favorite games, comics of 2025. I'll be doing the Stranger Things spoiler chat with a couple of our mutual friends on Sunday if all things go to plan. Yeah, that's kind of my main stuff.
Joe, I know that you've had a rough time, but you did put out a video today. I think it was the Philly cheesesteak video on your Crazy Joe Adventures channel.
Yep. I have a bunch of physical media reviews I have to do. I've been kind of putting them off because they weren't Christmas movies, and I wanted to watch Christmas movies this week. So I didn't really feel like watching Good Fortune or Begonia this week. The good movies, by the way, I saw them in the theater, but I wanted to watch Christmas movies this week. So that's coming. That's coming down the road soon.
All right, so guys, check out everybody's channel. I do want to comment on this. 9 episodes was slightly too long for Pluribus to get where it did in its finale, in my opinion. I agree, and I think the last 3 episodes really did take its time in a way that was unpleasant. I don't mind slow storytelling. I think it obviously has its place, especially in the age where everything is TikTok coded. But for me, they really did hit the brakes in the last 3 episodes, and everything was drip fed. And I really wish they would have done a little bit more. I don't like the way the cliffhanger worked. It felt like a penultimate episode, which is kind of annoying to me. So I really hope that in season 2 they come in and really start to answer questions. Because once we get a big reveal in Pluribus, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but we get a pretty big reveal about halfway through the season. Once that happens, we should be moving at a quicker pace. And I feel like they just really slowed down after that. And so that was kind of my issue. But it's a great show. Great acting, great story. So yeah, that's my only real criticism of that. All right, we're going to jump out of here. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll see everyone later. Take care. Hey there, if you're seeing this, that means we have reached the end of the stream. Thanks so much for your continued support with comments, likes, subscriptions, super stickers, and super chats. I just want to give a special shout out to all of the channel members who have contributed to the success of this channel with paid tiers. On the screen, you will see your name displayed as a signal of appreciation from myself and the channel. If you would like to see your name on this list, consider selecting a tier with the join or plus button depending on your platform. Thanks again, everyone. Let's hang out soon in the next stream, and I'll see you then.